And now for something completely different.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
A few moments later.
Everybody, welcome to another edition of The Bar. I'm your host, John Kerwin, aka Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Yo-Yays. I'm a card carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly, and I'm one of the founding members of Barracks Party Media. If you're new to The Bar, it's simple. I get together with some of my friends. I take a lot of shots to the face. We share memes, talk about stupid shit going on in the world, and watch dumb videos from the internet. Just, probably create a few more problems than than we actually solved, but it is what it is. And yeah, so let's bring him on. First up, he's also a United States Marine Corps veteran. His MOS was comms. He's from the great state of Wisconsin, which is where I also hail from, which is kind of funny. They had, I don't know if T heard about this when we bring him on, I'll ask him, but they had a big scream off for women up against Lake Michigan who were upset about the Trump victory. I just thought it was funny that it was featured and then it happened in Wisconsin. But it is what it is. He's also been a part of the bar for quite a long time and also a part of Sports Church. Fair warning, when I bring him on, make sure you're muted, your volume's turned down, or your headphones are off because he's got a very unique call sign. If you're been a long time fan, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new, well, be prepared. Without further ado, the one and only pterodactyl. What's up, man?
Not much. Yeah, I definitely heard about that that scream off. I think that was in Whitefish Bay.
Was it?
I saw it correctly. Yeah. It would have been funny to go and watch that.
Blue would know something about Whitefish Bay. Like, isn't that? It's not. That's not too far. That's in the.
It's like the Metro Milwaukee area, but it's like kind of where the richer people in the Milwaukee area live. That's like where Craig Counsell lives and stuff.
Isn't that where it's in the Gordon Lightfoot song, "Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald"? Said if they would.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have made 15 more miles than they made Whitefish Bay. That's the only reason I remember it. I remember some things about Wisconsin, not everything, of course. Some of it you don't want to remember. I've heard Milwaukee's come a long way, but when I lived there, it was, fucking bleh. It was just another cookie cutter Rust Belt American city. There was nothing really, except being on the lake, which is quite a lot of the Rust Belt cities were, Detroit, Cleveland. Well, Cleveland. But anyways, yeah. So you had
Whitefish Bay is a bit nicer than the actual. Yeah. My daughter had a game today. Last night they played, and then we got two goalies. So last night Sammy didn't play. They won 7-0 last night. Shot the other team like 36-6 in that game. Tonight Sammy played. We were in Brookfield. Heartbreaker of a loss. We lost 1-0.
That's just brutal. You'd rather lose like 5-0 than 1-0.
No, I mean I'm the goalie dad, so I don't want Sammy giving up 5 goals.
Well, that's a good point.
She gave up one goal. It was a turnover that was right in the slot, kind of just a bad spot to have a turnover in, and she played perfect the rest of the game. Just not a spot where she could get her positioning and turnover, and the shot came off too quick to get her in position to make the save. And it is what it is. It happens sometimes. They play the same team again in 2 weeks at our place. The thing is, the goalie that on that other team, she's really good too. She's got a really good glove hand. We played them a few times last year with this goalie and beat them, but she's not as good on the stick side. So next time they play, they got to start shooting stick side because we didn't. They weren't shooting stick side at all during the game, and that's why we didn't score. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Sammy didn't really realize that until the third period, and then she started telling some of her teammates, but didn't get enough shots off at the end to make a difference there. So it is what it is.
Winning them all would be boring, and you never learn anything. So it happens. Oh, I need some Guinness in my life. Yeah. Hold on.
But yeah, that other team's goalie is a really good glove. Got a really good glove hand because I guess she's also a catcher in softball. So she's one of the better gloves as far as goaltenders go.
That makes sense. All right. Next up, we call her Blue. She's a United States Naval veteran. She's a keeper of my leash because she's usually the only completely sober person on the show. I actually completely forgot what she did in the Navy just for a second, like major brain fart. We can ask her though. She's been a part of the bar for several years now. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world, and for some reason, she's I don't know. She'll tell us something's going on with her. She tripped on something, and I don't know. Something's bothering her. She was fluky. Here we go. Without further ado, welcome to the bar, Blue. What's up?
I'm fine. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Yeah, you got a bit of an echo.
Yeah, just you're doing some. Check your audio settings. I know you told me you were listening on your phone. That's almost surely what it is, but for some reason your audio on your laptop or whatever is coming through. I'm not sure. Yeah, this week. Oh, what's going on? Fuck, I've been in the VA like 3 times this week. So that's fun. Turns out I got a prostate the size of a soccer ball. Got that going for me. Back's still fucking jacked. It's better. Physical therapy's helping, but I think I've got to resign myself to the fact that there's a level of pain that I'm just gonna have to fucking deal with. So that's awesome. But I got stuff to help with that. Not pain pills. It's a cream, which is by the slickest, most industrial lubricant shit I've ever seen in my life. I actually had to create or use something. I had to come up with a solution. So problem is that it's up at the bottom of my shoulder blades where this arthritis is. It's really hard to get to. And on top of that, this shit just wants to wick off my hands. So I decided to come up with a solution. It took me a minute, and those trim sponge paintbrushes,
Right?
Little spongy things. They got a little,
3
or 4 inch stick on them. So I put that shit on there, and then I could just laid it on like I'm painting the back of my back. Works. My wife actually complimented. She's, huh? She's like, what are you doing with that? And I showed her, and she goes, huh? Ingenuity. I'm like, yeah. She's like, weird. I'm like, what do you mean weird? Like, okay. But anyways, Blue, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Yep. Still a little echo though.
Yeah, not as bad as earlier though.
My monitor is not emitting sound at all. So I've been trying to fix that, but I'm not having any luck.
That's not good.
No.
She found out Michigan season's over. She was a few. Oh, that's right, a Fuelie. Yeah. Yep. John says hello, Ed. He had a 327. Fuelie had some.
I actually got approved for disability for my pulsatile tinnitus. But they didn't approve the fact that my lymph nodes were enlarged and that my doctor thinks it might have been aviation fuel handling related. I'm pulling an appeal on that.
Yeah. I've finally got a card of apparently a really good VSO, and I guarantee you I'm going to put it for my back. And they were like, nope, not service related. I'm okay.
Well, I even asked her, I was like, do you think that this is, related to me handling jet fuel? And she's like, I wouldn't see why not.
Oh, fuck. Maybe.
So yeah, I might have to get some of those sponge brushes that you were talking about, because Sammy's got really bad eczema lately. She's got to go on Dupixent or whatever to start clearing that up, because over 50% of her body's covered with it now. So before the game today, I had to go to one of the moms because I can't walk into the girls' locker room to help her out with it. And Irene's working weekends now; she switched shifts,
right?
So I get one of the other moms to go into the locker room and put the CeraVe on her back, so it wasn't too bad during the game for her, because that equipment isn't good with the eczema. But hopefully the insurance clears here pretty soon and she gets those Dupixent shots in, and we can get that cleared up, because I hate to see her suffer with that stuff. It's no fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's rubbish. I don't know what this is. Turco and PD680 are huge cancer-causing chemicals we mess with. Is that part of JP4?
Yeah. Well, JP5
or JP5
is not safe either. But my lymph nodes are non-cancerous. I've had CT scans, ultrasounds, blood work, nothing. So they think it could have just been caused by handling it. So we will see.
Oh, God. All right. Time to get ourselves in trouble.
Yes.
Or me in trouble.
And I'm sorry about the echo. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no worries. Well, just don't talk a lot. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, a scandal broke in the VA. Weird.
Is this gonna be that sex scandal thing? I
Yes. Yes. Can you fucking believe this?
No, this is
on Instagram. Yeah, I think so. On Instagram, I got it from Fox News to Instagram to here. So thank you to all who participated. I think the channel is Communism Survivor, which is a pretty neat channel on Instagram and a bunch of other, all your social media or whatnot. So give them a follow. But what the fuck is going on with the Veteran Affairs? Well, here's a little tidbit.
Just that they're lazy, they are horny. Veteran Affairs officials in Tennessee just got caught having an orgy on the clock. And not just any orgy, 12 people, butt naked, all over each other at work. We paid for that orgy. This was a taxpayer-funded orgy. Veterans Affairs, literally. Some of the sex was at the VA hospital. So while veterans are getting MRIs, these guys are in the other room going at it. And one of these bureaucrats fessed up to sleeping with 32 of his coworkers. 32. And the guy and a bunch of the 32 women were on company email bragging about it. This is the same VA that put veterans on wait lists to die. And they got bonuses the longer the wait list. So Obama said he cleaned it up, right? Remember, I cleaned up the VA. It's not cleaned up where I come from, Barack. We're $36 trillion in debt, and the government's either working from home or having orgies.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
Yeah, I listened to an interview. I've always joked around having a one-way bromance with Joe Rogan, but my new favorite, I've always only found him because of fucking Joe Rogan, but I listened to him in the past, and because of what I do right now, because of my back, I'm kind of left alone out in the back, and all I got to do is just crush what I'm doing, and everybody leaves me alone. It's beautiful. So even though I'm kind of not supposed to, I put an earbud in, and I listen to podcasts all day, because basically what I'm doing is I'm stamping parts all day long, and it's kind of all day, 8 fucking hours, and it's just, I can't do it. And I can't listen to the radio because radio is horrible. It's all corporate. It's the same shit. I mean, every day they just basically take a 18-hour playlist on every radio station you ever listen to, 18 hours, and if they get to 18 hours, they hit a random mix button. It mixes those 18 hours, and then they play it again. And it's just like, after about a week, I'm like, oh, I started fucking just, smelling burnt toast. So Lex Friedman interviewed the SecDef nominee. Lex Friedman's a super smart guy. He dresses like he works at MIB, Russian immigrant, very funny dude, very smart dude. I think he came out of MIT, and he worked for Boston Dynamics. Super smart dude. And he's really curious, really neat. He talked to him, and one of the things they went off about, Peter did, the new SecDef. I can't pronounce his name. I know I'm going to fuck it up. I know it starts with A. He's a gangster, and one of the things he was bitching about was on that show and on Sean Ryan was the VA and just how fucked it is right now. I know some people have good experiences. Mine is kind of like, my experience with the VA has either been fucking amazing or fucking just unfucking believably terrible. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? This is what you come up with? So I don't know.
My VA.
I mean, the VA is great at emergency. A couple times they almost died. I had to have an emergency appendectomy, and I mean emergency. I mean, it was like I walked in, they checked me out, they did the MRI, they brought me back into the emergency room to say, I don't know. I have a talk with my wife, and then they wheeled me the fuck into the OR. I mean, it was less than like an hour, and they're like, "Yeah, you're like 2 hours from dying." It's like, which is, would probably freak most people out. But I was on a fuck ton of Dilaudid, which I highly recommend doing at least once in your life, because it will change your life. If you ever thought you want to know what it felt like to die or dying, you get shot up with Dilaudid. They literally tell you that before they shoot you up with it. You're gonna feel like you're dying, and for about 2 seconds, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm dying!" Like, "Oh no, they told me about this." But yeah, it is the largest healthcare system in the country. It is the second highest budgeted department in the United States government. The only other one that's higher, right, is the DOD. Then the VA is number 2. It's the largest healthcare system in the country, run by bureaucrats, and it is fucked.
Yeah.
Putting people on wait lists, doing all their mental health care shit. They do some real things really good. They do. The VA did some because they fucking had to. But because of GWAT and just 20 years of war, but they dropped the ball on expediting, getting people in the system, getting them seen. They've dropped the ball on mental health. God, what the fuck else? I mean, the old, here's a bunch of pills, you'll be all right. They did that to me for fucking years. They're just trying to get me back into their mental health system, their portal. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to pay this. I'm going to pay Dr. McCarty $150 every time I see her. Like, it's fucking worth it. She's way better than anything else I'm going to get there. I don't know.
Back on mental health too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Anytime you get into any one of their portals for whatever, occupational therapy, fucking mental health, your primary doctor, whatever it is, the more more money they get. So they have an incentive now, very much an incentive to get you going on there. A lot of shit. Told my shrink about a recurring dream I've had for years. Their fixers don't think about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you don't think about it.
Yeah, well, with my anxiety, their notion was, don't think about it. It's like,
thanks.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, you think I haven't been trying to not think about
if I hadn't been trying, I wouldn't be here.
My spicy depression. Oh, that's what's his name calls it. Mandatory fun. Calls it spicy depression, which I think is fucking great. All right, here now we can really get ourselves in trouble. Yeah. I mean, why not? I'm trying to get strikes on YouTube like it's my job. You know what's funny? Everybody, Dean gets fucking canned from Facebook all the time. Other people I know all the time. I have literally tried, and the closest I've come to was like a warning. And I'm trying to get strikes on YouTube just so I have an excuse to scale down my software. Just get rid of it. Just go to Rumble and Twitter. But we'll see. This might help. This probably definitely help. Here we go.
It's released a 500-page report on COVID-19 pandemic. Key findings: COVID-19 likely originated from a lab-related incident in Wuhan, China. Crazy. You get banned from YouTube for saying that. Banned. Okay, over $200 billion in relief funds lost to fraud, with criminals exploiting weak oversight. Prolonged lockdowns and arbitrary mandates cause severe harm, economic devastation, mental health crises, and historic learning loss, while lacking robust scientific support. Policies ignored natural immunity, pushing mandates that eroded trust and harmed public perception of science. Absolutely. WHO and CDC compromised by political interference, offering inconsistent, unscientific guidance that fueled public distrust. And the key players included federal agencies, and Cuomo's administration actively obstructed oversight efforts and hid critical evidence.
Christ.
Select subcommittee on coronavirus pandemic basically said all the conspiracy theorists were correct. Every single one of them. No repercussions, no retractions, no apology from Rachel Maddow. None of it. The House released a 500.
Yeah, nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to go to jail.
No.
Nobody got fired. nobody got dock pay, nobody lost their bonus, nobody lost their vacation. This is the problem. This is one of the reasons that Trump crushed it. I think this stuff, and I think the Dems taking like the moral high ground and going woke as fuck to the point where even people on their side, on that side of the aisle, or would lean a little bit more towards the left. We're like, you gotta stop. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is insane. Like, just stop. Oh man, yeah. All the conspiracy theorists are fucking right.
I think there's a lot of people that are just like, I just want to know what's going on, and people are waiting to see what's going to come out. And if stuff doesn't start coming out, then things are going to be looked at as a failure, and people will start turning. That approval rating will start going down pretty quick. That's why I think it's, they got guys like Kash Patel going over the FBI, because I think he's going to go in there and he's just going to start. Yeah, this is what the FBI did that was fucked up that they've been covering up for years. And this is what another thing they did that was. I think there's going to be a ton of shit that comes out that are going to be like, well, this was fucked and came out. This is fucked. So I don't think we've even hit the tip of the iceberg on stuff that's been going on.
I agree. I talked about this. I talk about this quite often. I'm pretty sure I talked about it last week. I mean, it was just me and Blue. But it was, the Zen master, like, this boy won a horse, and that's great. And the Zen master's like, we'll see. And then he falls off the horse and breaks his leg, and it's, that's terrible. And Zen master's like, we'll see. And then the whole country has to go off to war, and they're like, oh well, he doesn't have to go to war because his leg's broken. That's great, isn't it? And Zen master's like, we'll see. So get it, we'll see. We'll see if Kash Patel gets in there. We'll see if please see if you can figure out how to pronounce this new SecDef nominee's name. His last name I can't.
Hegseth?
There it is. That's what I thought it was. Hegseth. Okay, but I didn't want to fuck it up. Is he gonna come in there and be able to clean shit up? Is the Homeland Security Tulsi? I think she's going to the National Intelligence. Right. I think that's what she's doing. All these people are going to be able to, follow through. And there's RFK. Are they going to be able to pull this shit off? I mean, they are going to literally, if they do what they say, if they do half of what, Vivek and Elon, if they do half of what they say they're going to do, they are going to fucking piss a lot of people off, especially the Doge committee, which is Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Fuck. See? Fuck that shit up all the time. Pook's just rubbing off on me, man. They're modeling their shit after the Argentinian president, the dude who campaigned with
Javier Milei.
Yeah. That's another good interview you want to check out. Go to Leck Friedman podcast. I found it on Spotify. He interviews him, and it is a great fucking interview. This guy is fucking hilarious. There's some shit. I got to get like an Economics for Dummies book, but there's a lot of shit. It was a really good interview. He's a very, very funny dude. But we'll see what happens. If they pull half the shit off, though, they're going to make a lot of fucking enemies. You're going to see a lot of stories about, I've worked for the government for 22 years and I lost my job. And even though they gave me $200,000 severance pay and they're letting me keep my pension and everything else, poor me. Well,
you're already getting stories on people that they don't want in these positions. Hegseth, they're trying to bring up a bunch of stuff. Like they're trying to say he was drinking while he was working at Fox, and everybody that worked with him that's been putting their name behind it is like, no, that never happened. He never came in drunk. He had Rachel Campos Stuffy that sits right across from him was like, I've never seen Pete come into work drunk. Once, and then there's like, he drank when he came back from his combat deployment. It's like, oh wow, a combat veteran that
weird
after he came back from deployment. Weird.
That's crazy.
I think he's gonna be good. He's a door kicker. We need a door kicker in charge.
I agree, man.
He's the guy that actually has been in the field. A lot of these generals that they've been using over the years.
Miley. Man. I hope they get a picture of him. kicking his ass out the front door of the Pentagon with a fucking box and a plant in the box, you know, just like kick his fucking 4-star ass out of there. Oh, I want to know about white rage too. Really, you were at Fort Hood for how long? The largest military base the military has, and you didn't know about white rage or white supremacy or this and everything, which is what, less than 7%. Let's just say less than 7% of the population. In the military is less than 0.7%. So the military actually does a better job of, you know, eliminating racism just by the nature of it. Like, you learn so quick within like what?
Hey.
I don't know, a couple minutes that everybody around you, no matter where they're from, how they speak, what, you know, well, they all speak English, or, you know, 99% of them do.
Got something.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Sammy forgot her eczema lotion in the truck. So
oh, no.
Bring it in for her.
No worries, man. You learn super quick. Like, oh, shit. It's just us. It's just us. Like, you know what? Everything I might have had in my head before that is gone, because if I can't lean on you and you can't lean on me, we are proper fucked. We are gonna get smoked and smoked and smoked again. So it's just, you know, I didn't see it. I saw some maybe a little bit here and there, but it got squashed so quick.
I guess I just grew up in a diverse home. I never really noticed it. So.
I grew up in like, well, I mean, T knows where I'm from. It's far edge of Milwaukee County, just on the outskirts of it, and it was an old farm town. You know, it was like 12,000 less than I moved there, and when I graduated, it was like creeping up on 60,000 people. So I moved there in 4th grade, so 4th grade to 12th. Short time, that place absolutely exploded. The only diversity we had was Milwaukee has a pretty large Hmong population, and all the black people were bussed in, and they were bussed in since I was like 7th grade. So I knew all of them, and so it was nothing. It was you know, one of my good friends, Harry Kane and Damon Connor, because my last name's RC, our lockers were right there. Harry Kane once stood up for me because I was a super, super midget.
You said
about my junior year.
You said bust in, like,
yeah,
put on a bus and brought in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They didn't live in Franklin. They all lived in Milwaukee County. So yeah, that was a thing when I was still in school. And they were two of the fucking greatest guys. I tried to get Harry to join the Marine Corps. Desperately tried to get him to join. He ended up getting killed a few years later, but who knows? Shit, he definitely had better chance in the Marine Corps. At least he had a bunch of boys around him that cared. But yeah, it's just lunacy these days. Lunacy. We'll wait for T to get back. I want to talk about the United CEO shit. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I jumped the gun a little bit with my coworkers about that. I don't know, but it might.
Did you see the Blue Cross Blue Shield?
No.
As soon as they put that out there, they retracted that so quick. Like, did you not see what fucking happened to the other guy?
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was like, you can't just cut off anesthesia and be like, oh, it's been 2 hours. We can't do no more. Like,
no, you can't. No. But you know what? This is self-inflicted. Some of this is very self-inflicted. When you interjected the government back into the healthcare system and tried to fix prices, look, you know, the one thing that sucks about the healthcare system is based on capitalism, and that is a little unfair. The revolving door at the FDA is a problem, but Jesus, man, like, whew, I don't know. The memes are great. I think I might have a couple in there, but you know, like one of my favorite recurring ones I see is in different forms is it's like a guy, it's like what is it? It's Peel. He's sweating bullets, just sweating, and it's like another healthcare CEO denying another claim. It's just sweat pouring down. Like, oh yeah, but you can't cut off. How can you cut off anesthesia? Like, Holy shit!
I don't think it was more cut off. I think it was after a certain amount of time that the insurance companies wouldn't cover that. It would have to come out of the person's pocket.
Oh,
so that was the issue, and I'm like, you can't just decide, that 2 hours is, enough for you guys, because if your people are paying monthly, you should be covering these assholes.
Yeah.
And I'm, I consider myself blessed because I'm covered by the VA. Ann Arbor VA has never done me wrong.
Yeah.
They've been the greatest, especially with my, emergency appendix removal. They were quick on that. And they have not steered me away in any wrong direction. So I can't say anything bad about them, but I do feel for those, who do have these, unfortunate predicaments.
Yeah. It's funny, like you talk about the VA. Like my kids are covered. My wife is actually talking shit about it, going through the marketplace to get her insurance because my company's health insurance, not that great. Guess what the plan it is? United Healthcare. Yeah. You see her to talk around work. Oh shit, it was not good. Not good at all. But yeah, I actually kind of fucking really hate this dude. But this is kind of a funny skit anyways. Oh, come on.
Washington, D.C. It's right here in New York City. Where manhunt continues for a man accused of carrying out a targeted hit on a health insurance CEO. And investigators have been finding clues in some surprising places.
Urgent manhunt. Police looking for the man who gunned down the CEO of United Healthcare.
NBC News has learned that the words deny, defend, and depose were on the shell casings at the scene of the shooting.
Investigators believe this could be a reference to what's called the 3 Ds of insurance, a known reference made by critics of the health insurance industry.
To write something on something this small, and I mean, John, picture how you would try to do that. Would you take a fine point Sharpie? Would you try to scratch it in?
Would you train a mouse to write on it with some kind of mouse crayon? I mean, who gives a how he wrote it? It's not important how he wrote it. What's important is that he wrote it, okay? This guy knows that there's so many bullet casings on the streets of New York, and you wanted to make sure we knew which ones were his, right? And now, I don't know if we should be applauding that. And now they're trying to interpret what deny, defend, and depose means. And it looks like it's either a criticism of the health insurance industry or this guy was just trying to solve the Wordle on his bullets or something.
But, oh, man, this is pretty nuts. I've been working it both ways. I've been working it what I read, what people are showing me, and I've been working it in my head as kind of a thought exercise, kind of tinfoil shit. And Johnson's political hit. Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't know. I don't really think it's a political hit too.
It's the right term for it, but I get what he's saying. It was, people read whatever literature is out there, and when ideas in their heads. And
when did this happen? Well, this could have been some dude. I've heard so many things about it. Like, oh, this guy has military experience. When I look at the picture of the video, doesn't it look like there's a suppressor on that pistol? It looks to me.
Oh yeah,
like
I think there were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's awfully long, isn't it? Right. Witnesses said that they heard 3 shots. And then he had to clear an action. He had to do tap rack bang because the gun malfunction.
Because it was a lower caliber weapon with the suppressor on it. So
I want to hear the caliber. Was it 22? Because that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Because that's
I think that's what I heard speculated. I'm not entirely positive it was a 22.
You get a 22 LR. That is not a lot of muzzle velocity. Not a lot of gas coming out. So not a lot to push that hammer back or push that slide back. That makes sense. I've seen pictures of this dude from with the mask on, mask off. People are saying that's two different people. They say he took a city bike. Some people say no. Now they're saying he took a bus up there. They say they found the backpack. Like, they haven't found the gun. They found the backpack. There was a witness said they heard 3 shots. There's people saying he was hanging out there all night. Nobody called the cops. I guess that's New York City, though. They found the backpack. I mean, you know, he took all this time to cover himself up, and then he goes into Starbucks or some shit without the thing on. Like, stays in a hostel, uses a fake ID. How do they know it's fake? How do they know it's fake? How do they know the ID was fake? Did he fucking leave it there?
I mean, I'm sure you can find out if an ID is fake with like the way that it's set up or the chemicals used for pictures. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what they'd have to find it, right? They didn't say they found it. They just said he used the fake ID at the hostel and he paid cash.
But he might have made a copy or left behind the actual ID.
Well, see, here's what I'm getting at. There's so many things that this person so-called did right and so many things that this person so-called did wrong. And it's just, it feels like somebody's taken everybody. All right, everybody, you know, if you want to throw off dogs, hey, everybody rub this shirt on this guy, the guy you're trying to, and then everybody splits in 3 or 4 different directions. And then all of a sudden you're spinning around. I've heard, oh, we're going to catch this guy in hours. Well, when did this happen? Like Wednesday? Thursday morning? Thursday? Yeah, something like that. Well, what's the first 48 hours,
I think it was
right?
Wednesday, yeah. I think it was Wednesday.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're into 72 hours at this point, right? So if they don't get him in the next foot, just say there's a lot of weird shit going on with this. A lot of weird shit going on with this. I don't know if you guys have any tinfoil thoughts on this, but I mean,
I really think, honestly, it could have been somebody who was affected by insurance. Like if somebody, you know, either themselves got denied or the family member got denied, and
like a wife, a mother,
or got worse in their health. I can understand, because I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, I want him to die, but
yeah. The cops called it a silencer. I know. I was that dickhead who was correcting everybody at work. They're like, "Oh, look, it's silence." I'm like, yeah, it's not what it is. I'm not leaving my gun. No, I know, I get it, but you don't find the gun. He takes his backpack in Central Park. He takes a bunch of very traceable things. It's just this is gonna be interesting. The more it unfolds, I'm just like, get up in the morning and I'm like, I'm so macabre and cynical at this point in my life. I'm like, I get up in the morning, I'm like, gotta take a piss, walk to the bathroom, get my phone. All right, any news about this guy? Any news? Woohoo! Hit on it. What's going on? We found the backpack.
I think the last I had heard on the radio this morning was they believe the guy left New York City on a bus.
Yeah, okay, that's right. He didn't get up there.
Now, if he left on a bus, do they know where was the bus heading? I don't know. They didn't say nothing about where he was heading.
They gotta have cameras. They gotta have cameras on the buses.
New York City's got cameras all over the place. So, just like DC does, which is, you know, another thing I think eventually is going to come out is stuff on that January 6th pipe bomber that nobody ever talks about, because there's cameras all over the place on that. But that's like the story nobody talks about. It's like, oh, there's a pipe bomb outside of the DNC and Kamala was in there on January 6th. And then all of a sudden the story just went away 20 seconds afterwards because stuff happened in the crowd.
It's just weird, man. John says it was a 22. So yeah, that makes sense.
It was okay. I had heard speculation that it was a 22, but I hadn't heard for sure that it was a 22.
So how did somebody?
I had heard it was lower.
It would have to be really close. I mean, look, that's what they call a suppressor, not a silencer, because that's bullshit. One thing, you still hear exit gases, but not to the degree, nowhere near to the degree that you do if it was unsuppressed. You still hear the action of the rifle or the pistol. You still hear that metal just going back and forth. That makes a noise. Now in New York City, I don't know what time was this. It was early morning. What time?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know it was. It was in the morning because the story started breaking when I was at work, and it was. I'm pretty sure it was before my first break. So that was. I go on break at 9:30 in the morning on my first break, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday because I remember Thursday and Friday a lot of the follow-up stories on it.
Right.
The first day of it, I mean, there was a lot of stuff on X, but a lot of the guys on the radio weren't talking about it as much because they were waiting for more information to come out.
Sure.
Because yeah, I listen to a lot of talk radio when I'm at work. It's kind of like just listening to podcasts with commercials in it. So,
yeah, I get you. Yeah,
so,
I don't know. It's you know, I feel bad for the dude's, you know, kids. I guess a little bit of his wife, although she probably knew who he was and whatnot. But you know, I'm surprised more of this hasn't happened. And then, you know, if they do catch this guy or they find their patsy, which is what I'm going with for the fucking tinfoil shit, it's just so many things about this bother me. Did so many things right, did so many things wrong. So it's either a setup and a patsy, or the guy just did a lot of homework and just omitted a bunch of shit because passion and everything clouded his mind. We'll see. But like, you know, etching that shit on there, that's crazy. That's passion. So that might be this dude's undoing. I don't know. We shall see.
Oh yeah, I mean, the guy had to do a little bit of homework because he had to know that conference was going on that day, and he had to know that this guy was going to be going from this his hotel room to this conference center where this health summit conference was going on that day. So he had to know a little bit of what the guy's schedule was and where he was.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some public stuff out there that you can find, but how did, you know, one of the questions I had, United Healthcare is the largest private healthcpoint insurance company.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest. And then what is then
how do you
Anthem,
not
Blue Cross Blue Shield is
right?
Two, I think.
The point is, how do you not have a body man? You're the CEO. How do you not have a body man?
Yeah, you would think that somebody like that would have private security of some sort.
Yes, I mean it won't. It doesn't cost them anything.
But that's also like
technically it does, but they write that shit off because it's a business expense, right? It is.
Yeah, that's also kind of like when the CEO of or the founder of Cash App got stabbed that time in San Francisco. There was a lot of speculation on that too. A lot of people thought it was just, you know, San Francisco crime's just crazy and some random person just stabbed them. But then, yeah, I think later on it turned out it was a friend of the guy, and he didn't like something that he had said to his daughter, like he was hitting on this guy's daughter or something. I think is what came out later.
Interesting. But yeah, I mean, how do you go around being, one of the most, you're the head of the largest private insurance company in the country. So you are there's no argument. You're top 25 most powerful people in this country, right? Easily.
Yeah, you would think somebody like that would
have a body man, at least a body man at any given time. Like why I wouldn't go fucking anywhere without a couple body man on me and a couple on or several more on my family. If I'm running your show and you can write that shit off as business expense, you goddamn right I'm gonna be fucking protected, and my family's gonna be protected too. There's no way I'm just fucking whatever time it was in the morning, just walking the fuck out of my hotel and walking down the street of New York City. I wouldn't do that in Topeka, Kansas. All right, let alone New York City. Are you serious? Oh, that's just so weird. Oh, so fucking weird. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it is kind of weird to think about because it's like, you know, somebody that's got the money for that, you'd think they'd have private security around them. And even like myself, I'm not a guy with money, but I'll protect myself if I gotta. So that's why we have concealed carry.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere
like
without.
That.
I don't go anywhere without.
So even the common man
pistol.
protects
Nowhere.
himself. Has got the ability to protect themselves, and you would think that the CEO would be hiring people to do that for him too, and maybe carrying something himself. But I don't know.
Yeah, in New York City,
yeah, in New York. Well, yeah, I know they got strict gun laws and stuff there, but what's the crime in New York City?
You can't own a you can't own a fucking slingshot in New York City. You can't. It's fucking ridiculous.
My wife.
Hey, baby.
That's why I never go to New York City.
Yeah. He says Minnie came here packing. It's not like that's needed here, but we didn't lock our doors. Yeah, dude, I don't go nowhere. Nowhere. I took my fucking. I may or may not have taken my my firearm, a tactical knife, and a thumper into a very prestigious tourist attraction outside of Asheville, in the Carolinas. It rhymes with Biltmore. Like I don't I was carrying when my kids were born. Like no, especially in those places, especially in those fucking places. Because if I'm a crazy person, I'm going for the softest target I can find because I want to get to smoke as many people and share as much pain as I can. So I'm going to hit a hospital. I'm going to hit a school. I'm going to hit, the places where you're not supposed to carry. So stupid. And again, I'm not a fan of constitutional carry. But to get back to the United Healthcare thing, it surprised me this hasn't happened before. I hope it doesn't start a spree, but I hope it does kind of, in a way, kind of wake some motherfuckers up. Like, yo, you can't keep doing this to people. Like, people are starting very much so to, again, go back to Trump they're over it. They're over it. I mean, imagine if this is just a true story and this guy's it's a revenge type of thing and a passion type of thing, and it was his mom, his wife, something like that. Go ahead, Blue.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Am I still echoing?
Yep.
It totally makes sense if this is the true thing that some guy
the echo
just
isn't as bad as it was even.
Yeah,
the echo's way down from what it was earlier. I think there was a slight echo, but it barely noticeable.
Barely.
Okay, thank you.
Oops. But I don't know. Any other thoughts on this? I mean, this is going to take a while to unpack, right? I mean, I can't wait for Pook to have a Saturday night off where he can come in and just, enlighten us on all the theories that are going around.
Yeah, it's hard to form a solid opinion on this story right now because there's still so much that's not known.
Oh, absolutely. Blue, what do you got? Anything before we wrap that one up?
Did she freeze?
No, she's good.
Oh, I guess I really don't know. I just wish the healthcare system was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't complain on my end because I really don't pay for my healthcare because I don't make enough to really do like a what's the word I'm looking for here?
The marketplace one.
I don't make enough to really, pay for the VA and whatnot or my medication. But again, they have never let me down.
Yeah, I think I do, but because my wife doesn't work, like I slide back underneath it. So
yeah, I think the only time they said my money would go up was if I got over 40K, and unfortunately I'm not. So
but again, like 2 dependents and my wife, well, 3 actually. Technically, I think this year it's going to be 4 because I'm claiming my dad. So it'll be 4.
Yeah.
And I'm the only. Pops gets Social Security, but it's Social Security. you know. So,
but regardless, the healthcare system does definitely need a lot of improvement. That is for certain. You know, nobody should have to be in fear of, can I afford my insulin? Can I afford this surgery that's going to save my life? Can I afford chemotherapy? Nobody should have to be in fear of that, you know, because their insurance company will nitpick on what they think they can cover and what they can't.
yeah, I 100% agree. And, you know, that's where I come into, like, I was going to start the show with this and I completely forgot. Weird. I wanted to start out with, you know, I'm your host, John Kermarine, United States Marine Corps veteran. I'm a recovering neocon. Because I am a recovering neocon. I very much so am. If you go back to the bar just a few years ago, 4 years ago, I look back at that. I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me? I mean, I was swallowing it all. The whole shaft, cupping the balls. Like, I mean, I was buying into all that shit. And I'm looking back and I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me? And then what happened was, I had kids and I had to start looking at shit a little harder. And I started talking to guys that were, I consider smart, but had very different opinions from me, and having discussions / arguments and being like, fuck, yeah. You're right. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, like, I believe that there has to be nets. I believe there has to be safety nets for people. We're a wealthy enough country. We should be able to do that shit. It should very much be incentivized. Government doesn't belong in healthcare except for the VA. And even that, I think, to a certain extent, should be
a very certain extent.
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think you need to take a lot of the bureaucracy of the VA is just fucking stupid. I had to get medication the other night. And I was walking to the night pharmacy at the VA hospital in Cincinnati, and I'm looking at the tags on the doors, and I'm like, what the fuck is your job? Oh, it's the Utility Insurance Compliance Ethics Officer. What the fuck is that? What is that? There's like literally 4 titles on the door. Fucking, obviously not that important because it's kind of tucked in the back, but probably making like $50K a year with government benefits. Like, what is that? How is that even a thing? Like, I wonder where fucking money's going. Like, Jesus. Wife, good point. And we're all saying that insurance has too much power to control healthcare choices. Yeah, because everybody's in bed with everybody else. It's just, ugh.
Well,
FDA, insurance companies, the bioengineering, the big pharma, which, God, now I'm one of those assholes. Remember we used to make fun of people who said big oil, big business? We're like, shut the fuck up. And they're I remember now the people who have Pfizer tattoos were the ones yelling, big pharma, big pharma. And then COVID happens and they got Pfizer tattoos and fucking ouchie Fauci tattoos. It's like, fuck you cunt. Like, what's wrong with you? You totally flipped the script. Now I'm the one saying big pharma and I feel like an asshole. Fucking recovering neocon. Just trying to fucking get my way through life, people. But Jesus. Oh.
I don't know what the real solution. I just don't really know what the real solution is because I understand, there is stuff that is going to be too expensive that you need insurance to help with, but it's like the insurance system and it's the same problem that a lot of government spending has too. It's other people spending other people's money for a product that they're not using. So they don't really care about the quality of the care, and they don't care how much it costs because they're getting the money from somebody else to do it. So you got your pharmaceutical companies that can jack the price up on the drugs that they produce because somebody else is paying for it. You're not paying for it out of pocket. You're paying a portion of it. So they can jack their prices up higher, and hospitals can jack their price up because you're not seeing the full bill at the end. If you're buying something for yourself, you care more about the quality that you're getting along with with the cost efficiency of it. When you have somebody else taking care of it, that's where you start running into problems, and then things get jacked up, and then it's like, oh, now I don't have this safety net, but the prices are still up. They're not coming down when you lose coverage. So I don't know what the real solution is at this point because we're so deep into the system. But I think that's a lot of the reason why things are as messed up as they are.
I agree.
That's the same with all the government spending that goes on right now because the government is spending other people's money on stuff that's not for themselves, so they don't care about the quality of what they're spending the money on or how much it costs.
The way I kind of worded it to Jason, I kind of worded it like, I hate to say it, but like I compared the VA to like military grade. When people think military grade, they're like, oh my God, it's like the best of the best, and it's been tested and it's hardcore. And it's like, no, it basically means just overpriced bullshit. It's gonna be garbage no matter what.
Yeah, I just had this conversation with my parents this week because my dad recently bought one of those Ford F-150s with the military grade aluminum bodies, and it's like yeah, I know civilians are really impressed by the term military grade, but then veterans are like
overpriced bullshit. It's gonna break down.
We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
My mom's like, why is that? And I'm like, we don't always get the best quality stuff. I'll just say that.
Overpriced bullshit. That's all it is. Just get passed out to us. That's all it is.
Oh my God. All right. Enough of pounding on that fucking dead horse. We're gonna see how this unpacks. We'll surely talk about it next week. It's it's still in its infancy. We still haven't hit. We hit we've gone past the 48-hour mark, but they're gonna catch somebody. I don't know if it's the guy who did it or somebody they set up, and this dude's just in the bottom of
Did you guys
a lake
see the meme?
hanging out with Jimmy Hoffa.
Did you guys see the meme of like somebody showing this other dude like the phone, and it's the picture of this guy from like the top angle, and he's smiling. They're like, nah, never seen him.
Yes, I did see that.
Somebody has to know this guy.
I can't wait for somebody to figure out a way to put the Joe Rogan meme in there. Where he's interviewing the dude.
Oh,
that one. Like that's got to be coming. Somebody's got to think of that one.
From when he was sitting next to Conor McGregor after he broke his leg.
Laying down talk. Yeah, like somebody's got to fucking put that one in there for sure. Shit. All right. Making fun of the Air Force because reasons. I love it. I love my boys in blue and my girls, but I mean, you are a little ridiculous. Like, I didn't even know how bad till I had to exchange some ammo. I had to take some shit down to 32nd Street Naval Station and back up, and there's an Air Force attachment there. And I'm watching a maid go through, and I'm sitting on the patio. This is how bad I am. I'm sitting on the patio of the E Club because I got like 3 hours to kill, and I have a driver, and I'm just sitting there having a cocktail with the bartender, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, "Oh, that's the Air Force barracks." I'm like, "Yeah, no, but it's a fucking maid." They're like, "Yeah, it's the Air Force barracks." I'm like, "You serious?" Like, "Yep." I'm like, okay, that's nice, awesome. But here we go to the to my boys and girls in blue. God bless your cotton socks.
To motivate a room full of Air Force is like 80% desk jobs. You're like, Air Force. They're like, paper cuts are real, bro. An accurate song. The Air Force song says nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. That is not true. They need to add some words in there. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force unless the internet is down. And
Very true. Very true.
I remember in A school, we ran through the Air Force school building during PT and just throwing ourselves on the door like, fucking. We even had guys like lifting up their shirts, putting their boobs on there, and just
nice.
And like all these airmen just looking horrified from their desks. Then they told us we couldn't do it anymore.
I can't remember who it was. They made a compelling argument for the Air Force, and it was like, but it took me a minute because I was highly intoxicated. But they said, hey, do you want, some of these people are in charge of and maintaining, let's say bare minimum $30 million airplanes. And I'm like, it's a point. I said, but and I came back. I'm like, hold on a minute. I said, explain the Marine Corps. I'm like, what? I said, we have the 6th largest Air Force. Like, really? I'm like, Google it, bitch. Or DuckDuckGo it, which I tell everybody, DuckDuckGo. But we do. And they're Marines, and they're obviously stressed out because I was part of the Air Wing for a while. Yes, I went from POG to notorious POG because it is a lot nicer in the Air Wing. I will admit it. But it is still the fucking Marine Corps. And the more POG it is, I'm telling you guys this, the more the senior staff NCOs and the more the fucking officers think it's the infantry. Like, they just go stupid with shit. Stupid with PT, stupid with gates, stupid with everything. They just go hard as shit because they're just I don't know, they have an inferiority complex or something. I kept trying to tell them, look, we have marketable skills. Just kidding, Cross. I love you, boys. You know it. You know I love you. I was your Santa Claus for many, many years. I was the guy who brought the boom boom to you. And you guys let me do boom boom. So I love you, boys, but it's true. But yeah, it's just it's funny. It's crazy. It's goofy. God bless them. Let's see. How long is that? Let's see. Nah, it's too long. All right, John, I will watch that video later, but I can't play it because it's like 3 hours long. But
yeah, we're not staying on the air for 3 hours.
No.
I've been up
There
since
is
8 a.m., dude. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. To kind of do the last. I think there's one more I really wanted to do. Yeah,
I had to walk in the work parade and
oh yeah, I saw that. That's
I did more running than walking.
Yeah.
Handing out these candies and whatnot to the kids because they told us we can't throw them. I was like, shit. So I had to walk to these kids and give them candies, especially like the little ones that I'm like, I don't want you to run the street and try to grab candy.
Right.
So, but yeah, I kept running. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So my creatinine is probably hurting from that because that bitch is hurting.
To change gears a little bit, I played this guy quite a bit lately, Neil Brennan, and it's a little joke on mental health.
Participants always carrying on about how athletes need to have good mental health, and I want everyone to have great mental health, but not athletes. Because we need our athletes to be total psychos. You know what I'm saying? That? You know what I call an athlete with good mental health? An assistant coach is what I call him. What documentary did we all watch about basketball during COVID? Last Dance, correct. Did Michael Jordan seem mentally healthy to you in the slightest? Giant mansion, one chair. Here's what we learned during Last Dance. We learned that Michael Jordan's hobby was basketball, but his passion was revenge. It's what fueled him. It's what fuels all the greats, like settling scores and holding grudges. I was at a restaurant recently, and some little kid was crying, and his dad was like, son, just to remember, the most important thing in life is to never take anything personally. And I slid in and was like, unless you want to be the greatest basketball player who ever lived. So if you want to make $150 million every year in passive income off a picture of you jumping from 1985, and even just based on the silhouette of you jumping, we can tell what an absolute sociopath you are. And we want that in our shirt and our shoes, and Mexican dudes want on the back of their pickup trucks for some reason. No one knows why. Right side of the glass, white Jordan logo. Let the anthropologists figure it out, guys. No one knows.
I love this guy, dude. He's one of my new favorites for sure. Let's see here.
I think even my kid buys into that. She had a meme out earlier this week that she put on her own Facebook profile about being a goalie, and it had like all the positions, and then at goaltender it had sociopath.
Nice.
My dad commented on it like, "You're not a sociopath," and it's like,
Are you sure, Dad?
It's a meme.
Yeah,
it's a meme.
I don't even remember when I pulled this clip. This is a guy that's up and coming. he posts a lot of good clips. He's got a lot of good bits. I'm not sure how big he is, but Simon King is his name. He's got a pretty cool style. I just let you watch it.
My friend said to me, he's like, you can't talk about slavery anymore. Slavery's not a thing anymore. More people are enslaved around the world now than ever before in human history. We just don't fucking care anymore because it's over there. That's all it is. Not in our backyard anymore. We don't give a shit. We walk around and go, well, we don't have human rights problems in developed nations. We have hashtags and Priuses. But like, hey, labor laws, right? Yeah, don't worry. Send that shit over. Diddy Mao, motherfucker. And we bury our head in the sand and pretend slavery's not happening anymore just because no one made a movie called 12 Years an Apple Employee. So I can cruise around. I realize the iPhone numbers, iPhone 6, 7, 8, that's not the model number. That's the age of the kid that made it. That means iPhone 14s are going to be amazing because the hand-eye coordination in early adolescence puts the quality through the roof. Plus, they're too big to chuck themselves to their death out of the factory window, so employees goes down. I wrote these jokes in a Mac.
No.
Oh, that's pretty good, right? I mean,
No.
He's right.
He is right.
This is why I don't buy my clothes from all over the world. Poor kid, I had to like quickly assemble it.
I don't know. I tried to find something like this. Maybe if I remember, I'll do it every week. But it's pretty damn funny. I like to call it. You know, we used to. I think it was Saturday Night Live thing. Your moment of was it Saturday Night Live or a Daily Show? Your moment of Zen.
Oh yeah, that was at the end of Daily Show.
Daily Show.
It was Daily Show with Jon Stewart. They used to do that.
We're definitely gonna get dinged for this.
Scary.
Devil without a cause, and I'm back with the beaver hats and Ben Davis slacks. 30-pack of stroll, 30-pack of hoe. No Rogaine in the propane flows. The chosen one, I'm the living proof with the gift of gab from the city of truth. I jabbed and stabbed and knocked critics back, and I did not stutter when I said that. I'm going platinum, selling rhymes. I went platinum 7 times. And still they ill and wanna see us ride. I guess because the only God knows why. Why? They call me cowboy, I'm a singer in black. So throw a finger in the air, let me see where you're at. Say, hey, hey. Let me hear where you're at. Say, hey, hey. I'm giving it back, so say, hey, hey. Show me some metal and say, hey, 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 hey.
That's just funny as shit. I caught that. I have a friend at work. I swear to God, I'm 100% he's gay. He just won't come out of the closet. I don't really care. He's one of my favorite people. He's funny as shit. He annoys me sometimes if something pops off politically or something, and he'll just come over like 5 times and during the work, and it's just like, you hear about this? I'm like, no, but you're gonna tell me, aren't you? I just stopped saying it because he's gonna do it. But he's a good dude, and I probably pull the same shit on him. Like, I'll come over. I won't, like, did you hear about this? I'll just come over and rant about something that's completely off the fucking rails. But he's a big cat dude. It's like he has a bunch of cats. So anytime I come across something like that, I'll just put it to the side and send it to him or remember it. And it stayed in my feed. And I'm like, this is pretty funny. Probably should play this as our kind of little moment is that. Because, I mean, who doesn't like a little cat Kid Rock? I mean, come on now. What else was there I want to talk before we do memes or anything? I gotta find this.
Did you want to get into the Daniel Penny stuff?
Oh shit, I did write that. Where the fuck is that? Oh, yep, it's on the bottom. Yeah, all right. So the Marine who did a civil service by choking out a lunatic who was assaulting people on the subway was charged with, can't believe he didn't get charged with murder, but he did get charged with manslaughter. That apparently got dropped. Was it Friday afternoon? Yeah. It was Friday. It was Friday. The jury came back twice, said we can't get an agreement on the charges. All right, we dropped the manslaughter. So now he's facing some misdemeanors. They broke for the weekend.
Civil. Well, I think it's a civil trial. The family
This family suing him because
trying to sue him because
he's a fucking Marine veteran riding the fucking subway. How much money do you think you're gonna get?
Right? Yeah.
Your
But
lawyer isn't
they're
even
gonna
able
try
to
take.
recoup enough fees from him to pay for doing this. He's just doing it. He's egging you on because it's a benchmark case and it's gonna get him attention. Fucking attorneys, man. I mean, they are the most needed and unneeded people on the planet. Like, you getting some shit, you need an attorney. You need to shut your mouth and lawyer the fuck up. But also, if you're in a tragedy, and those people will come the fuck out of the woodworks for you. And this is what you got to do, and this is what you do, and this is what I can do from you. And here's a line of credit, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows that they do that shit, but they do that. If they take a civil case on, they'll cut you a line of credit.
Yeah, my dad.
Here's $100,000.
Yeah, defense attorney down in Texas.
Yeah, here's $100,000.
So yeah.
When we settle, I'm gonna take that $100,000 back from you, on top of 30%, plus the 40% you're gonna lose to the government unless you structure it. So you say you get a $10 million settlement, 70% of that shit is gone before you see a fucking nickel, and you're suing a Marine Corps veteran. Like, I hope we GoFundMe this dude, and we already have, but I hope we do it even more so that we just shut this shit down. I'm sorry your brother was a psychopath with a drug problem. I'm sorry. Like, it's tragic. Like, nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to go through life just not having their shit together. It's terrible. But you gotta accept the consequences of life when you fucking go out and do something crazy. And somebody you fuck around and find out, and somebody makes you find out. And it's tragic. Sorry you lost somebody you cared about. Where the fuck were you this whole time? I was going through his shit. Now you're suing?
That's always been kind of my thing, too. And this happened a lot back in the day when I used to work at the prison, too. If something happened, then all of a sudden, here comes the lawsuits. And it's like, this guy hasn't had a visitor in 5 years. But now people want to come out of the
same way at
woodworks.
nursing homes.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this guy had this mental issue. And that you want to, that's part of what the lawsuit was like. Oh, he was having a mental breakdown and it should have been handled different. And it's like, if this guy was having this mental breakdown and you knew about it, why weren't you putting him in? So why weren't you going and getting him help?
Right.
You sat on your ass, you did nothing, and now you feel like you've been wrong. So now it's like, oh, I can get a paycheck out of this.
Sometimes what happens though, and I've seen this a lot, especially like in Ann Arbor and Toledo, a lot of the times these people have mental problems and their families do reach out and offer, to help them get to a rehab center. The problem is that if they go to that rehab center, they have to give up something. And then sometimes these people just leave. They drop all sorts of communication. They give no indication where they're going. So like a lot of people from like Toledo that are homeless, I mean, like there's a shit ton. They are primarily from like Cleveland, Columbus, Detroit.
Yeah.
They don't lead their families to know where they're at. So that's the problem is when they die and people are like, well, where's the family? It's like, sometimes they don't know. They've been trying to find them and they can't find them. So
yeah,
it's a double-edged blade.
The family afterwards go on and try to sue somebody.
And that, because sometimes they might not get the full story on what occurred. And so that's why they're trying to figure out. Sometimes some families jump the gun. I do admit that. But there are some families that try to figure out, okay, what happened to lead to my brother's death, to lead to my sister's murder, whatever, things of that nature.
Yeah, it is. Look, it is a shit show out there. Mental health is the greatest crisis in this country. I think it tops fucking illegal immigration, and it's just something we just still don't talk about, and we still don't deal with. Because one of the reasons is because this is maddeningly expensive. It is fucking expensive. Mental health is super expensive. Just the therapy alone is insanely expensive. I mean, you're talking average $150 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Average. That's expensive. Trust me, I know. I pay it privately. I pay Dr. McGotty. That's my wife's name. That's what she called her. Or we came up with it together. I'm not sure, but I mean that I pay that out of pocket. And if you're fucking super close on the margins, that's a hard thing. And if you're perpetually, I've just got spicy depression and depression. Like, I got the double whammy, but that's it. Like, I don't have schizophrenia. I don't have, well, there's been arguments. There's a beautiful woman at the VA. There's a beautiful woman at the VA who I saw the other night. She recognized me. I saw many times I saw this lady. She's an emergency mental health person at the Cincinnati VA. And she's awesome. She's a tiny little Jewish girl. She's just fucking amazing. But a lot of people don't have access to that. And even if you do, you've got, even if you're a harm to yourself or somebody else, it's basically a 72-hour hold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can check yourself out or they'll boot you out. So it's very expensive. We just don't confront it. You look at all the mass shooters. I bet you it's 98% and above. They're all on SSRIs. They all have some form of depression. They have all had some kind of therapy. And they've just been kind of kicked to the side by the system. Now, I think there is a way you can very much work the system and make it work for you, but you have to be super resilient and super committed. And when you're dealing with fucking a full plate of fucking screwballs in your head, that's a fucking super hard thing to do, to stay committed to. I mean, you're just trying to get from, it's like boot camp. You're trying to get from breakfast to lunch. That's all you're trying to do. So fucking going to see the therapist or getting a government wait list to see somebody regularly, to get into a program, to get into recovery. It's, for some people, it's just too fucking much. And eventually they either lash out or they hurt themselves.
Yeah.
And it's, man, all the nice shit we have, all the crazy stuff we can do. And man, we suck. We suck quite a bit at just, taking care of our own. Not just veterans. I mean, just the population in general. It's like 10% is just written off every year. Well, fucking, it's wastage. What you call them, like, industry and whatnot. It's just waste. It's just wastage. It's a loss you have to accept. It is what it is. It's like, oh, well, I don't like that. We're too wealthy. We're too powerful.
We shouldn't be having that kind of situation. Honestly.
I agree. I agree totally. Anything else you guys want to bring up? I mean, that we talked about quite a few things. United Healthcare. How about Syria? Oops. That's gone a little south. I have a real quick clip. I was going to play this as a well, tell me while I'm looking for this actual very quick bit. What do you guys think about what's going on there? Like, I mean, do you guys know about what's going on? How bad it is over there?
With what now? And I can't hear you again.
Oh, with Syria? Did I mute myself?
Oh, I don't know. The last thing you said was I just saw your mouth moving and
okay.
I didn't hear anything. But no, I don't really know a lot about what's going on in Syria right now. That's one thing I have not been on top of that.
Hold on. All right, so basically what's happened in Syria is there's been a civil war since what, 20 has it been 14 years? Yeah, it's been since 2010. It died down. The Russians came in, the Iranians came in, they beat it back, kind of squashed it. Libya, we got out of Libya. So we stopped selling arms to the crazy people.
I do remember the mustard gas thing back when Obama
was killed
president.
Like 1,400 people in one chemical weapon strike. Yeah,
that was supposed to be the red line, and then
and Obama didn't do shit.
Yeah, because we were in the Middle East at that time, and they were debating on whether or not to turn the Truman around from the Persian Gulf to move a little bit more northward. So
yeah.
So I do remember that, but yeah, I was gonna say anything in the last, like recently, I'm not on top of.
It's kicked back off, and apparently there's different kinds of jihadis. I didn't know this. There's secular jihadis, if that's a thing. That's a thing. Apparently, there's secular political, and then there's the kind of like a Sufi jihadis. They're the real crazy ones. But apparently they've kind of formed they formed a coalition, and they decided to launch an offensive, and it is going at breakneck speed. They've taken Aleppo. They're about to take Homs. They're basically a week away if they keep their momentum from surrounding the capital. And if they surround the capital, it's just a matter of time. It's over. The Russians are occupying Ukraine, so they can't really divert troops. Wagner is not Wagner is not what it used to be, obviously, for various reasons. Because we told some dude if he marched on Moscow, we'd fucking have his back. And then we were like, yeah, we're just kidding. And then he accidentally died in a plane crash. Weird.
Yeah. Accidentally.
Or he's chilling in some, fucking cabin in Alaska because we just planted DNA on the plane.
Right.
We'll see. But Syria's popped up. And here's the funny thing. So you got a coalition of jihadis marching on Damascus. You got the SDF, which is the group that we're backing. The jihadis are backed by Turkey. We're backing the SDF, which is a coalition of Kurdish guys. So basically born out of the YPG, unfortunately, which is a Kurdish militia in Iraq, and which is unfortunately linked, which is very weird. It's linked to the PKK, which we call a terrorist organization in this country, but we're backing their actual army. So fucking welcome to the CIA. Yeah, it's lunacy. Another thing to talk about. Oh yeah, I just want to check on Syria. See if I have it here real quick. See if I can encapsulate what's going on over there. Oh yeah, here we go. Just a little HLC shit. Just this sums up what's going on in Syria right now.
Can you tell me what's going on there, buddy?
Amazon hates
Oh,
this.
really?
There's nothing they can
Really?
do to stop it.
Really, YouTube? Really?
Firepower
Did you forget to pay your premium bill?
Get yourself an AK and start killing something. You put that down. Stop. Why is this building on fire over here? Who started that?
It's better than I can sum up Syria right now. South Korea had a slight.
I
martial
did hear.
law. That was fun.
Martial law, yeah.
It lasted about 6 hours.
That was a story for a day, and then it's like, and I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
There's martial law, and then they said, no, we're not approving that martial law. We have
he would try real quick.
Yeah, that didn't last at all. Fucking goddamn Korean Special Forces had to go in there and help the politicians get over the fucking wall.
And then they tried to force the president to resign, but then that fell apart.
It was
what
did we say? It was either resign or he had another choice.
Resign or die. That's how you do it. The North remembers, man.
I don't remember what the other choice was, but it was pretty bad.
Right.
Yeah, but then they took their vote and they didn't kick him out of office. So
shit.
Like his party didn't. His party still backed him. They voted to lift the martial law with the other party, but then when they were trying to kick him out of office, they were like, "No, we're not going to kick him out of office."
Yeah, we can't do that. See anything else in the news that was interesting? Oh, Trump had a this is great. He had a meeting with the let's see if I still have
the Macron with the picture.
No, not that one. This guy, Castro's
Trudeau.
son, Justin Trudeau. And he joked. This is funny. This is one of the reasons, and I've said this multiple times. It's qualifier and hate qualifying. Not the biggest Trumper, but I do like him. I voted for him every single time. I'm just not one of those people who are like, Trump's always been in charge, right? Like, shut up. Just shut up. All right. Here, come here. I have some Kool-Aid that smells like almonds. You need to drink this. Okay.
Well,
That's strychnine, by the way. But anyways, yeah. He met with Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, and just very jokingly. But this is what Trump does. He keeps you off guard. He brings you in, he charms you, then he kind of says something to fuck your head up. He said, it'd be funny if Canada became the 51st state. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And dude,
Trudeau was he was like, if you put this 25% tariff on, it's going to destroy the Canadian economy. And he's like, well, if Canada can't survive without ripping Americans off to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe it should just become the 51st state. You could be the governor.
Yeah. Prime Minister sounds cooler, I think he said, but yeah. And it was Trudeau. I watched the video, and he was like, dude got white, like whiter than he is, whiter than a Canadian. And he was just kind of like very unsettled. And we're like, that's one of the things I like about Trump. He puts you, he brings you in, he charms you, and then if he doesn't like you, he puts you on the defensive very quickly. It makes you very unsettled. He changes things up. Very smart businessman. Oh, Mitty, he went bankrupt 3 times. Yeah, dude, it's called real estate. It happens. Especially when you go big. Like, I'm going to do a $30 million project. It doesn't make $30 million, and you put everything into that. Yeah, it's going to happen. You're going to fucking eat shit. You're just going to. It is what it is. It's like heating oil companies. I know this because I have heating oil. If they buy at a certain price and the market goes up and they are holding on to 10,000 gallons, and they can charge for that upgraded price. But if the market tanks and they bought at a certain price, they can only sell it so much. And they're fucking fucked. They're fucked. They're going to eat shit. And they could go bankrupt. Like that. In the battle of a cruise missile into Tehran or Tel Aviv. Like that, they can go bankrupt. So I don't want to hear about it. Especially from people who don't have an MBA or never ran a business or ran a book or ran a bar, did anything. It's like, oh, you're the fucking expert, huh? Shut your blue hair up and take at least 5 of the 40 stickers off the back of your fucking car, please, before you talk to me about anything.
Tell me what to do with my car.
Oh, Jesus, man. All right. Are we ready to do some memes?
Yeah. Oh, we're just speaking of Canadians. Where's our Canadian?
I don't know where that dude's been. He shows up more often than not than Sports Church, but and by the way, T, when we get out, we got to talk to you about that. But yeah, he's more often than not on the Sports Church, but yeah, he's not here. So maybe he's, growing his, it is getting close to Christmas, so he could be getting Santa's reindeer ready with a fucking fatty in his lip and a big fucking beard going.
He does have to travel around the world in a day coming up pretty soon.
Jesus.
That's a lot of meth. That is a lot of meth. If you're going to do the whole world in 24 hours, 7.5 billion people, that's a lot of meth. I'm just saying. A lot of meth. Santa's got a problem. But, he breaks it once a year. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's a Doge dog. You think you meant winner? Well, let's break this down for a second.
Oh,
yes, sure, but fucking, how about let's just say the course of human history. Just saying, if you've got the guns, you got the steel, and you got the germs, you're gonna do that. It just is what it is. Thanksgiving dinner is served. I call this masterpiece Kamala's liver. Oh,
Kamala's liver. That's everybody in the military's liver. Like, geez,
I know, but my God, I saw that video and I felt bad for her. I'm like, 1, who let you do this? And 2, how long has this been going on? Like, did she crack the bottle? She cracked the bottle after the speech, right? She did a pretty good speech. A pretty good concession speech. I think she did. I think it was teleprompted. It was written out, and they had it pre-fucking ready to go. But, of course, you do, because you have a winning one and a losing one. But man, she looked bad, right? Like, it was
What would
like,
you rather her do if she won? She go on there just like, whoa, I fucking won, bitches. Whoa.
I think it would have been great if she just like, you know what, fuck you all and flash her tits. I'm out. Peace.
Deuces, I'll see you in office in 2 months.
Right. Like, oh my God. Like, I bet she just looked horrible. Don't forget you have the power. I'm like, how fucked up are you right now? Like, it was either a bunch of booze or a fuck ton of pills. Like, there was something going on there.
There's people playing. There's actually people that have been going around playing that game now, where they're going through Kamala speeches and they're trying to guess booze or pills. That's like, that's like a game.
I would
I
say
believe
lack
it.
of sleep because I'm sure she had.
Yeah,
been-
that I'm sure that yeah. I mean, you run ragged on the trail, it's over, and you crack a Bud Light, and then you crack
you
a
won't
12
look
pack,
down.
and
You
then
won't feel
you know a bunch of little bottles in the suite, you know, add up to a big bottle. So
Yeah.
yep. They say the first step is hardest was actually the third step right before your balls go in the water. We had that one last week. Jimmy Kimmel's birthday cake. Totally agree. That guy is such a piece of shit. I used to joke, it was way back in the day. I am a recovering neocon, by the way. I used to like want to fight Bill Maher. Like, I was like, Pook, let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. And then I listened to him. I actually tweeted him. He actually responded one time. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking I can deal with this guy. This guy I cannot deal with. Jimmy Kimmel. The Man Show dude, all that shit. And then he was crying the day after Trump won. It was conceded by Kamala. He was crying. It's like, what? Dude, you make like how much money a year? I don't know. T, if you can look it up quick, that'd be great. I don't know. Let's just say $15 million a year. And you're fuck you, dude. You used to fucking slap women's asses and end every show with women on trampolines. All right, like who are you fucking? You just he is such a shill.
That's a nice cake though, minus the dick. I definitely
minus the
I
dick.
definitely eat it.
Yeah. What's the thing that? Anyways, moving on.
Jimmy
your mom in the
Kimmel
middle?
makes $15 million a year.
I hit it on the fucking dot. Yeah. He's the man of the people, though. He's not out of touch. Oh my
Well,
God.
you know he's gonna be all over the Diddy list whenever that comes out.
I hope so.
There was that
Was
one
your mom in the
episode of
middle?
there was that one episode of his show when he had Diddy on there, and like Diddy like went off on him. Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be
Was your
saying,
mom in the
You
military?
better not be coming at the.
Yeah,
Go
she was a
ahead.
Marine. Hey, Mom, what's 2 + 2? 4, honey. Your foster parents are dead.
What was it? The Marine birthday.
Yeah, they
With
did
your
one with
parents
that.
and the Marines. Hey, what are we doing today? Oh, nothing, dear. Your parents are dead.
Your parents are dead. Oh, here comes the Doge dog. Teacher, human sperm contains sugar. Sarah, then why is it not so sweet? The entire class.
I mean, Sarah, you got a point, but God.
If it's a first date, boys, eat a lot of pineapple.
That's not even true. Not even
Okay.
fucking true.
Okay. Well, I never asked to go Carolyn at the psychiatric hospital again. It's hindsight, I guess, saying, do you hear what I hear? It's not a great idea.
Do you see what I see? Where? Do you know what
shit.
I know?
Here we go. Shout out to the mom and dad in Christmas Story just chugging wine for breakfast. I never fucking noticed that. Never pick it up. We're like, yep, they're slamming fucking wine. Mom especially.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, why'd you get him that? Don't worry about it.
I mean, my wife's not a big
You'll
drinker,
shoot your eye out, kid.
but she'll definitely.
And then he shot his glasses.
Now that certain things are legal here, she's definitely, I think at Christmas she's gonna, and I will be too as well. I'm definitely gonna pop an edible before as soon as I get up in the morning. I'm just gonna do it because the kids are gonna drive me crazy. Oh yeah. Side note: had to go do pictures with Santa. Santa, by the way, is my father-in-law, which is fine. It's great. But it's at the movie theater.
Oh.
Now, here's what happened. We go take pictures with Santa, a.k.a. Jeff, a.k.a. my father-in-law. And then we go to see Moana 2. Great. As we get in there, I'm like, oh, shit. The movie doesn't start till 12. Well, that's right in the middle of Edie's, my daughter's nap time. So she's got to sit still for an hour and 40 minutes. Now, James did great. My ginger psychopath, who's not even 2 years old yet, did not. And
yeah,
I didn't do well either. And God bless my wife because she handled it. But I was about to fire my daughter from like 12 rows up through the screen, through the back of the movie theater, and into outer fucking space. But again, she's not even 2. So what did we expect?
Well, you're deprived of a nap time too, so that's.
I know, right?
So can't
When
be
you're
mad
trying
at the baby.
No, when you're trying to rub one out in your face, everyone else at her funeral. Oh my god. I get some good ones. Some people send me some good ones for sure. ARs are objectively more accurate than AKs. Yes, but are you accurate enough for it to matter?
Oh my god. Next.
Me driving at night. I hope this is a road. Yeah.
That's
very
me.
much so me. Yep.
Especially in the winter in Wisconsin. You don't even have to be nighttime. It's just like
it's bad. Like I try. I think 9 out of 10 times I let my wife drive home, and I love my wife. I love my wife, but I'm not a huge fan of her driving. But at night, I'm like, you know what? You just take the wheel, Jesus. Just go, because we're better off. We're better off with you at the helm than me, because I can't see a fucking thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
A lot of women actually turn into good drivers. So if you're a good driver, watch out for turning women.
You know, I'm actually a very good driver, so
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. But yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Double one. Principal. Hey, your child has been causing problems at school. Me, my child causes problems at home too. Do I ever call you?
For real. Fuck.
Kids today take a huge ass fancy water bottle to school while we survived on a single sip from a germ-infested water fountain the entire day.
That if you bumped on it, you got mono.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, I miss those things, dude. Oh, my son. I think we have to get him a new one because I'm pretty sure he fucking just Thanos that water bottle out of existence. Like we can't find it anywhere in the house. Like, where did it go? My theory is that Edie just threw it in the garbage if we didn't fucking notice, because she knows how to take stuff in the garbage. Oh yeah, Edie, put this in the garbage. She'll grab it, she'll put it in the garbage. So I think she's just like, oh, this is just sitting here and fuck my brother, and just threw it in the garbage. She is a fucking psycho, man. I love her. So side note, this is a thing with kids. Some kids they get a poopy diaper and they're unhappy with it and you don't catch it right away. They'll just dig in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did tonight while my wife was working. And I didn't handle it very well. I mean, I did. I took care of her. I got her clothes, threw them down there, got her in a bath, cleaned her off, put her diaper on, everything. But I was fucking about 2 or 3 heartbeats away from a stroke. I mean, I was just fucking fuming pissed. And I just, God damn it, just really, can you just not do this to me tonight? And she did. But I get ready to do the show and I come up from the stairs. I turn the corner out of the kitchen and she goes, Daddy kiss, and then does this. And it's like, you evil.
Yeah. Daughters, man.
Oh man. I mean, James is the shit. I love him. He's my firstborn son. He's always gonna have the most special place in my heart. But being a girl dad or dad girl, whatever you want to call it, she is evil, man. I mean, I want to just wring her neck all night. And she just melted my heart like that. Just tilted the head, batted the eyes, daddy kiss, daddy kiss. I'm like, oh. Let's see, Dean, Chris and the Trailer Boys getting ready for Christmas. Nice.
Jeez.
And then your cousin Jerry's turkey caught fire with parents, mom, dad's. I believe it. I believe it. How many dudes did Diddy diddle? If Diddy did diddle dudes, I don't know. But if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy probably did diddle diddling. Jesus. I'll say eggnog is wonderful bourbon on Christmas morning. Well, you know what, Pops? You buy the eggnog and I'll buy the bourbon.
I can't do eggnog.
Shit, it's terrible. Nobody, me at 2 a.m. I need to sell my shit and move to the forest.
I admit I do need to get rid of some shit, but everything has a near and dear spot in my heart.
Yep, that's what all hoarders say.
Well,
hey,
technically,
I can't complain.
Technically, I do live in the forest.
I'm just bad. I'm just as bad. Like I don't get rid of. I have like 3 cases of books back here that I'm supposed to go through, and it's been since June. So it was 6 months, and I still haven't gone through them because I'm like, my mom gave them to me. I don't know if I really want to get rid of them. I need to get rid of them. Posts were moved because someone took offense.
I already live in the Kettle Moraine State Forest, so I don't have to sell shit to move to the forest.
That's a great one. Posts were moved because someone took offense. God damn. There are 2 types of people in the world: those who think Die Hard is a Christmas film, and those who are wrong. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Or those who don't care about the movie at all.
I love that movie.
Must be me.
Yep. Motivational speaker. You can do anything. You just have to wake up the lion inside you. The lion inside you.
Oh, yeah, that spoke to me. That spoke to my soul.
Yep. It's there, but it's like, fuck.
I don't wanna.
Yeah. I fucking it's a couple times where I've come home from work and it wasn't even a shitty day or anything. I just come home and I can hear my wife screaming at the kids because they're fucking morons.
You just reverse the car.
I want to just get back in the car and just fuck off.
Just like, back out of the driveway like you haven't pulled in.
I mean, one of the things, those great things about Milwaukee, if you lived in Milwaukee, and I don't know, you might be able to test this, is there was a corner, it's infamous for the most bars per capita in the country, right? And there's a reason, because there used to be a bar in every corner. I'm sure it's not like that anymore.
Was that Water Street?
Yeah, but like there's a bar in every corner.
Third Ward. That's Third Ward. Yeah. That's where you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you had neighborhood bars, like in your neighborhood, your subdivision that they built in after World War II. So these houses were built in the 50s. There was a corner bar, and you could just fuck off out of the house, walk down, get yourself a beer and a shot, calm yourself down, get a little happy, and then walk the fuck back into the shit show that is your life. And not the same anymore. But yeah, so I identify more with this poor female line. It's just like
every small town in Wisconsin has that. Even like Eden, where I'm close to Jim Gatner that used to play for the Brewers, owns one of those corner bars.
Oh boy.
It's called Scuds Buds. Sometimes he's bartending in there. He'll just autograph baseballs if you walk in and he's in there.
Right. I mean, Rambo's also a Christmas movie. True.
Oh.
Wait until she's 13 and ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, I know.
Oh, right. Wait till she hits her preteens and her teenage years, dude. You think she's mean now? Fuck.
Yeah. It's gonna be bad.
You're gonna tell your wife, tell your female friends, tell me, and we're gonna be like, oh well.
Edith is, like both my kids, the greatest gift and probably the best things I've ever done or ever will do. But Edith, I believe in my heart of heart, is God just punishing me for my sins. Like, oh, you chased redheads forever? And you did this and did that and did this and violated that. All right. You know what? You know, at your base, you're all right, guy. You're good. You try, but here you go. I'm gonna give you this. Boom, Ginger. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You wanted a daughter, bitch. You didn't qualify your remarks. That's right. I didn't qualify my remarks, and that's the mistake every parent makes. Don't qualify your request to God. He's gonna just have fun with it. Realize that my floors will never be clean because of the choices I made. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. My derpy ass pit bull, my 2 cats. By the way, Blue, when you come back, Charlie is well, he's big. He's fucking
I saw the
huge.
pictures.
Oh my god, he's getting big. He's probably got about
we
5
had big
months to go.
calls when we were down there. We're like, good God, dude.
Yeah, he's getting huge. Like every week, we're like, God damn! Look, it's hard to tell except when he's wrestling with his brother. And Whoopi's never been he's always been kind of a on the medium to small size cat, and he just dwarfs him now. It's like, oh god. I wonder what my dog named me. I wonder what Connie McFuckface is thinking about. That's a dog. I love you, but
my dog calls me that loud bitch over there.
Yeah, probably. Fucking Carl. It's like I told you guys, like I had to go to the VA, like the steroids. I mentioned that I thought this was gonna happen. The steroids that were for my back was gonna fucking affect shit, and it did. Swell my prostate to the size of a soccer ball, so I had to get that taken care of. And where was I going with this? Oh, nope, I lost it. Never mind. Moving on. It was good, but apparently it wasn't important enough. New emotion. Hi, I'm burnt out. Show me the nonverbal panel control. That is my favorite Muppet character, by the way, of all time. Of all time. I burn out. Yeah.
There's no anxiety me. It's just burnout.
No, it's just gone. It's gone. It's awesome. That one couple on social media who break them and get back together weekly, but now she's pregnant. They take pics like this, pretending they're happy. Yeah.
You know what I don't like? By all means, I love Jason. Granted, we don't post a lot of things, but we are not lovey-dovey obnoxious. I have a friend who, anytime she gets with a guy, she posts everything about him. She's like, I just love you so much. Like she's writing fucking sonnets for them. And I'm like, girl,
what are you
I've
doing?
seen your track record. This ain't gonna last long.
Yeah.
But we all just sit there, and then when she breaks up, all the fucking pictures are deleted. I hate this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just like we told you.
Maybe just keep like until it's locked in. We don't.
Yeah.
I kind of ditched Facebook a few years ago. I go there to harvest memes, and if I jump on, like a friend of mine, like post something, and I just happen to be scrolling by, I'll share it. But for the most part, I just don't deal with it. And I'm never, except I think for the most part, me and Michelle have never like posted a bunch of like shit about us or anything that's going on with us on Facebook. Like we have a family group. We put it in that, and that's basically about it. But
like Jason and I, we share a little bit.
You share like travel stuff. You guys go see cool stuff, and that's I like that. That's like you guys do a lot of cool museum stuff, and like, and I want to do this now more than ever because I talked to a couple people, Blue, and I listened to a podcast that can't remember who it was. He was on Rogan. He was called the Sheriff of Baghdad. I think he was talking about it. He went to Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, this is a guy who's been in the shit. And I think Evan Hafer talked about this too. Guys who've been in the shit, just multiple deployments, worked for the company, did all kinds of crazy shit. And they went there and they were just like, there were moments while they were touring the battlefield and they went at night too. And they're like, oh, they got sick.
Yeah.
They got sick. Like they were like, whoa, like there was something like it was creepy at some points, but it was also like they got nauseated from it. Like they were just sick from the vibe. And fucking Rogan's a loony. I love him, but maybe there's something to this, and scientists agree. But places have memories. Places have memories.
Times where we try to drive to the bridge that they had, and it was at night. Like we were just driving at night. We happened to drive by one of the cemeteries. I think it was like on the Cemetery Hill, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But man, like as soon as we started going down this certain road to get to the bridge, it was like this overwhelming feeling. And it was like something was just telling you, stop, 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 stop. And I heard very loudly, like a southern drawl, stop. And I kind of just stopped, and it made me jump because it was so loud. And I thought Jason like yelled or something. And I was like, Jason, did you hear that? He's like, no. So I don't know what I heard, but then I heard it again. He's like, okay, that time I heard it. So we both basically turned around and went home. But yeah, it's a very, you feel nauseous and you feel overwhelmed. And then sometimes you feel at peace.
Yeah.
I think I felt at peace standing by the Tennessee memorial that they had on the field. And I think it was because I was thinking of my grandpa and how much he would have enjoyed being there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I definitely want to make that a trip.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, we plan on going back.
Like I told Michelle, like if we ever get a chance to go, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, but we get a chance to go to the UK. Like I'm going to, we got to, you got to give me at least 24 hours in Ireland at a pubs. Like I got to do that. I got to just get carried out of an Irish pub. It's just, I have to do that. But like, I want to go to Scotland. I want to go to God, if she's still listening, the Bottle of Culloden. I think it's Bottle of Culloden. It was like the last attempt by the Scottish to win complete independence from the English. And it was a fucking shit show. Like, I want to see that. I want to see Hadrian's Wall, which is, Blue, you might know, I don't know, is a big ghost hunting thing. It was the Roman demarcation line of the empire. They just walled it off 72 miles across the Isle of
Britain. They accidentally broke some of that wall.
Yeah, but it was a wall to keep the fucking Scots out, basically. They didn't call them that at the time, but apparently, like, you go there at night, you can catch all kinds of crazy shit going on. So,
Oh, yeah.
When you're sitting on the toilet out of paper, so you reach for the nearest thing. Oop.
No! No!
Come here, Tiny.
Come here, Tiny. The cat knows what's happening too. Look at the eyes. Like, I can smell the fart. I can smell it. Festivus for the rest of us. Festivus coming. Look, I got a lot of problems with you people. I would love to do a Festivus show. If we can get, a larger crowd, we can get, and do a little Festivus for the rest of us. Like, we get J-Dub in, we can get some other people in and just have a Festivus. Oh, that would be fucking great.
Did you read these comments?
No. Blue and 7 pick up a hitchhiker. Oh. You're fucking template bud.
I hate
how
it
are we
when
gonna do the
my boyfriend's
how are we
brother.
gonna do the feats of strength for the Festivus? So we can't actually physically wrestle each other.
No, we'll have to get
Not
like
through the internet.
kettlebells or something and like dare each other to do
yeah.
shit. We'll come up with something. We'll have to, but I would love to do a Festivus show. I mean, that's just great. I have a lot of plum with you people. Like you looking right at his son, like, oh my god, oh, this is so unfortunately me drunk and oversharing my life story and many mental health problems to a group of frightened strangers at the bar. Like, this is
It's bad enough when you get somebody like the bartender's drunk mother talking to you and she tells you everything that's going on with her. And it's like,
Yeah. I've
Tara. Tara.
It's not so bad because the only bar like I go to anymore really is the Legion, and I haven't been there in like fuck. I mean, I don't think I've been out to the bar in like 6 months, maybe. So like, but it's the Legion, so it's even though it's open to the public now, it's veteran friendly people, and it's like at any given on certain times it's more veterans, but at any given time there's probably like 50% veterans in there. And so it's not that bad, but like back in the day, whoo, you caught me at a random bar, you were gonna catch some shit from me for sure if I got shit faced enough. I don't know what the big deal is. Wasn't our beloved Corps born in a bar? Says the Lance Corporal. Just because the UMC was found in a bar doesn't give you the right to punch a midget, piss on the sidewalk, vomit in the Dutch, or pass out in a cop car, says the first sergeant. Or is it? Yeah, the first sergeant. Yeah. No, it's Sergeant Major. Sorry.
Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Major. Sorry. I know. When you're trying to keep eye contact for a cleavage game is strong. That's been a problem.
That way too much.
Oh, that's a problem. It happens, man. It happens, especially when you're bartending because I'm deaf as shit, and I lean over, and like, look, I know I did it for long enough that like there is plenty of ladies with very chesty, large tracts of land that will intentionally lean over to the bar, and like,
I want a beer.
Yeah, and it's like.
What kind?
Yes, on the house. I want a Bud Light. Well,
Here,
that's Sam Adams.
That's Blue Ribbon.
Just stay there for a second. I don't know what it is. It's got to be a genetic DNA thing. I don't know, but like, I mean, some guys, maybe it's not a thing, but for me, it's like boobies. It's like
I went to like a strip club bar that well, there was one lady that took it way too far with the cleavage game, because she just like randomly took an empty Pabst Blue Ribbon can and then smashed it between her tits, crushed it completely.
Nice.
Like, what the?
Nice.
What do you want? $1?
Yes.
Like, shit,
I knew a girl who did that. I also have to date her. She also had to be a stripper. Weird. Yeah, they were one of the best fakies I've ever seen, which I always argue with some of my boys, like, oh, they're fake. I'm like, yeah, well, I can lick them, touch them, twist them, kick them, fucking, and so I guess they're kind of real because they're there, right? They're like, point taken. When everyone in your life seems pleasantly surprised that you haven't lost your shit, but you have, in fact, completely lost your shit.
Jason will be like, "You're taking this rather well." I'm like, on the outside. On the inside,
yeah.
Human.
It's called a duck on water, bitch. Duck on water. Everything on top looks fine. Underneath, fucking fury. Couples in the 90s seemed happier.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Put some lotion in there. Yeah. Brian, you laugh at the dumbest thing. Me? No, I don't. The things I laugh at, accordion. I like to mix this shit up. Like I like picking memes that are punny. I like picking political memes. I like picking like disgusting memes. This is one of the, I saw that. I'm like, yeah, gotta do it. Gotta put it up there. That's fucking great.
That is funny.
How to politely tell someone they are
That's
stupid.
funny.
Wisdom has been chasing you, but you've always been faster. Yeah, that's the fucking miserable shit about it, guys. Like, my body's falling apart at an exponential rate. But conversely, my wisdom is exploding at an exponential rate. Like, it really is. Like, I'm looking back at like shit I said even like 2 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Or look at shit that other people said on shows a couple of years ago. And I'm like, man. Or decisions I made. And I'm like, fuck. Like, looking back at like even like big decisions, like Iraq. I was all like, let's go, fuck them. And I'm like, oh, this was such a bad idea. Like, what the fuck were we thinking? Yes, absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
However, it was a little calmer. Just saying. women. How could these states violate our constitutional rights? Gun owners. First time? Ah! Well, yeah. Me, Lord, give me patience. Me, 5 minutes later. Shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I like that one. Should not have said that.
I think when I prayed for patience, I met Jason shortly after.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I don't know if it's the Christian God. Somebody said something. Very good quote. You can look it up. Jesus wasn't a Christian. Muhammad wasn't a Muslim. David wasn't or somebody wasn't a Jew. It's just, it doesn't matter. The whole thing, there's somebody there. There's something there, right? And it has a benevolent force, and it also is like, you know what? Just I'm gonna let things roll, and if you don't qualify your remarks or don't ask for something specific, I'm just gonna let my infinite sense of humor kick in, just because I love you for some reason. When your healthcare coverage doesn't help you with anything. So, anyways, I started blasting. Man, that meme has been so used. It's just great. I love it. So many applications for that meme. Oh man, I hope he gets money for that. I know he doesn't, but it'd be great if he did.
He's getting that Jersey Mike's money.
Yeah,
yeah.
This scene aged poorly.
Oh my God, yes.
If you ever do get a chance to go, though, go to the Greek in LA. It's pretty cool. And there's a lot of things other you can do there besides get chased by P. Diddy, or have a concert. But it's actually a pretty cool area. There's a observatory there, very cool overlooks and everything of LA. You can see the smog, and you see the ocean. You can point out Santa Monica Pier. You can see the Hollywood sign. But it's a cool place to go see comedy or go see a thing. But yeah, didn't age well. What you thought the military would be like? You're I wish it was that much fun. I wish it was. It was just, no, seriously. Like when I got out of Apple Company,
need the coconuts.
Even
you gotta leave with the coconuts.
when I got out of Apple Company, I had a lot more fun because I was doing like cool Marine shit. But like, I mean, it was. There were some units. It was just absolutely a shit show, just a shit show. And everybody on here or anybody listening has the same fucking thing for sure. You had some good units, some good commanders, some good XOs, some good staff NCOs. You had some that you were just like, I hope this guy dies tomorrow. When I was younger, I used to laugh watching this guy have a meltdown at Christmas time. I get it. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one. It's gonna get worse.
Jelly the Month Club. That's a gift that keeps on giving.
I'll give it, Mark. Yeah.
I think I relate more to the squirrel scene every time that squirrel jumps out of the tree.
I wish
the squirrel that jumped at me off my house.
I wish
in
I
North
still had
Carolina.
that. I wish I still had that T-shirt. I had a T-shirt that had "Attack of the Christmas Squirrel" on it. The picture of the squirrel jumping out of the tree.
Squirrel.
That was like a decade ago. Though that shirt's like.
They got some good sweaters coming out now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So after my first heart attack, I started wondering if it was a jab. Oops.
Oh
maybe.
They're just kids, bro.
Hey, I think it was 2020. There was like 23 cases of myocarditis among young men under 18, and then the year later it was 2,000. So just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, YouTube, did you hear me? It was the Rona. God is testing me. I have not yet studied. Yes. Yeah, I'm fucking basically just fucking faking my way through it right now. Like, seriously, I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's not fair. I mean, God bless. I've got 2 fucking kids that are amazing.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
Fuck me. I am just messing it up on the. I mean, I still got the house. I got a house, got food, got heat, got friends, but fuck me. Every day I wake up, I'm like, oh God, what's it today? What? Why can't I be 16 with a fucking permanent hard on chasing girls with anyways, moving on. How I look when I'm trying to be patient with my daughter's attitude. It's only gonna get worse. Yay!
My boyfriend's niece has lately been testing me. She's starting to get into her preteens. And what was it? One day we came home from work. She was there. And she was going to be left alone in the house if we went for a walk. I said, hey, how about you come with us for a walk? She's like, she kind of sat there. And then I went back to her. I was like, that wasn't a suggestion. Yeah. So then she rolled her eyes at me. I'm like, oh, girl. I'm not the one.
Oh, yay. Look at me, I'm a human. Get off the counter. Don't eat my food. I love those. I didn't do one last week. It was different, but yeah, love it. You never go for retard. No. You never know, you know. What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Fucking love that shit. You want a fucking great interview? He did with Joe Rogan was fucking great. He's like, can you make that movie right now? He goes, no. he didn't even. I don't even barely got
that
the
movie's
question.
not even that. That movie's not even that old, and it's like, yeah, in that amount of time, we already can't do it.
When was it made? I'm guessing
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder was made what 19?
No, it was like 2000.
Was it 2000
or something like that?
I'm gonna go Price is Right.
I think 2008
2009.
is even.
I'm gonna go 2009. Price is Right rules. Blue.
Oh, I got all these. Stupid phone.
Come on, T.
Oh no, I think it was
2008.
2006.
2008.
Oh shit, I was right.
Yeah, Blue nailed it. All right.
Because I remember watching it with my friends. You know, chilling at my friend's house late at night watching this movie, and we were all just giggling stupid at it.
Yeah.
And it was right before I went to boot camp, so yeah.
True. All right. The McRib is back. Stop calling me. I'm going to hell. I might get pulled out real quick, but even like I'm gonna show up at the gate. St. Peter's like, hey, guess what, bitch? Like what? Boom, down. 5 seconds later, boom, back up. Just want to let you know. How it is. All right, man. Thanks. Can we not do that ever again? Oh, I'm in Dingo Matoyo. You remake my movie. Prepare to die.
Oh my god, for real.
If they do, don't. That movie will last forever.
That's like when people were talking about doing a live action of Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, don't fucking do that. Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it is good.
They are doing a let's see if I can do it. I've got to prepare for it. Let's see. They're doing a live action of Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
I
have mixed feelings.
Oh, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can do it. Muhammad's family. Not as badass. I can do it pretty good, to be honest with you, but I got to work on it, and I'm a little drunk. Things just got real.
Oh, Jesus.
Paying off the fucking Kool-Aid man to crash down. Good strategy, man. Hey, think outside the box, bitch. All right. They're sitting on the same bench in the same park, 1,400 years apart. Oh! Get it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying.
So, not saying it's best, but on the left, Western civilization. On the right, Islam.
Oh, I thought it was death. I'm like,
No.
Okay.
No. Some cultures are better than others. Allegedly. I don't want to go through things that don't kill me, but make me stronger anymore. Yeah. Yeah, adulting is great. I've been through some trials. Let's can we go on easy street ish, maybe a little bit ish. Like, let's take it down. Like, I don't know. Like, can you give me 10% less bullshit? That'd be great. Like, could you drop, the Fed to like 4.5 so I could refinance my house and save, I don't know, like $500 a month? You fucks. Anyways, moving on. You know how much a fucking point means on a $250,000 mortgage? A lot. A lot.
Yeah.
So fucking 3 points is even better. Just saying. Why is this bird in here? Obviously to get fucked up, Jessica.
Help it, Jessica.
Damn it. Me walking in HR because the joke I made was so funny they wanted to hear it in person.
I've been told after we had individual employee meetings in production that I'm a little bit curt.
Oh, are you?
So
how many veterans work there?
I'm the only one.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. There is not a lot of us at where I work, but 1, 2, 3.
Well, apparently, according to Jason, one of our coworkers, she was like, she said something about me, and Jason said something like, well, she's a Navy veteran. She's like, oh, well, that explains why she's antisocial. I'm like, bitch, I'm here to work.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Like, there's people at work, like, I have a couple, it's mostly they go to, like, my friend Chris or the 3 other veterans that work there, and they're like, John doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't, he doesn't interact with me. He's like, yeah, he won't unless he fucking has to.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't. Like, he doesn't. I don't go out of the way to do small talk. I don't. It's at work. Like, I don't fucking have to talk to you. I don't go out of my way. I'm not super friendly. If my facility manager, who's a Marine Corps veteran, comes on and says, hey, John, what's going on? We'll fucking talk for 20 minutes about shit. And we have to do the water cooler look, every once in a while. And when we gather together in a big group, we're all doing it. But and sometimes when all 4 of us are together, our big boss will come down and like he needs to talk to us about something. I've watched him come and just turn around. It's just okay. I can wait 10 minutes. I can do something over here. Like, I'll leave these guys alone. I get it though. It's hard. Look, I'm not ever mean to anybody. And if any of these people come to ask me for help, absolutely help them without question. Yeah, absolutely, bro. I got you. No worries. But after I'm done, I won't talk to them for fucking 3 months. Like, I don't fucking it just is what it is. I don't have to be a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm not that guy. Never gonna be that guy. Kia, no Kia.
Oh, Jesus.
That's funny. You like the accordion joke.
Yeah, I know. I like the punnies. I like the pun ones, I like it. Especially if I find a good one I know it's going to hit blue. I know I'm going to get that reaction. I'm going to put it up in there. I'm going to put it in the lineup for sure. Yo, any more goddamn pardons?
Oh, God.
That piece of shit. Good luck, motherfucker. Hope the cameras don't go out in your fucking jail cell. By the way, T, you have you have experience in corrections. You have a high value. You have a high value protected prisoner. Do the lights ever go out? Is there anybody never on that person ever?
No, I mean, and even when you got guys in those camera cells, if they're on like a suicide watch or something, you got to go and like, there's like a thing you physically hold and a sensor you physically hold, and you got to go stand in front of the window and push this thing in. It records every 15 minutes into the computer that you're going and standing physically in front of the cell and watching. And then you also got the cameras in the control center too. So that story doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, no, I mean it does if you look at it the right way, right? But
well, yeah, right.
Oh, that's not.
But there's.
It's just I have this no soliciting sticker, and I have a wear a dog, and then there's Carl, who's the derpiest, sweetest pit bull in the world. God bless his cotton socks. My mind is like an internet browser. 17 tabs are open, 4 of them are frozen. I didn't know where the music's coming from.
I haven't thought of this song in years. Why is today the day?
Yeah. Oh God. So apparently Daddy's song is Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham, because one night in the early fall I was drunk at the fire and started singing it, and now James thinks it's my song, so Michelle makes me play it every time he's in the car. It's pretty funny. When your husband is in the other room with the intern, you hear Hawk.
Oh.
Oh, that was another story we didn't get to earlier. The whole the Hawk to a meme coin that came out.
Oh yeah.
She like ran one guy lost his life savings because she bought the Hawk Tua girl bought like 90% of them at the beginning and then sold them like 30 minutes in. So it just crashed immediately.
So you're a fucking
yeah, she
idiot,
ripped
right?
everybody off.
Yeah. Did she rip everybody off, or did she just cash it and everybody else who bought it was a fucking idiot?
Well, they also
yeah,
had
that
it
too.
at Halloween. What was it? Spirit US or Halloween Spirit, whatever, where they had the Hawk Tua outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah,
God.
I mean, come on, like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm gonna. This is a solid investment. Here, hear me out. I'm gonna take all my money, sweetheart. I'm gonna invest it in this crypto shit that girl in Tennessee and Nashville became famous because she told everybody how to do a really good blowjob on guys. I'm gonna invest in that. Sounds like a good idea. Oh, absolutely, honey, do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, stop.
10
like,
minutes
no,
later,
that's
I
all.
lost my life savings.
Yeah, that's on you,
And
bro.
your wife.
Don't blame her. Don't blame her at all. She cashed in. You're just a fucking idiot. Sorry. That's all on you, man. Wife, you got kicked out of the Hobby Lobby for dipping your testicles in the glitter. Husband, pretty nuts, huh? Nice. Oops.
You see, it's funny.
Ah.
It's funny because the glitter made his nuts pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hillary. Yeah. She is. I would love. There's certain people. I don't know. We should do this thought exercise sometime, and we've done it before, but like, I would love to sit down, like in a lockdown controlled environment with her, and be like, I just want to know who the fuck you are. Like, you like put the fucking Wonder Woman lasso around her. Like, I don't care what you've done. I just want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. Like, did you know Benghazi was happening? Did you know about this shit? Did you know Putin was going to pull this shit? Did you know? Like, I just want to know. Like, is she as evil as she portrayed? Is she? Look, she fucking. If you look at her academic record, she's fucking smart chick. Law degree. Granted, I know some people think they hand them out like candy. Nah, you actually kind of got to work for them, especially the school she went to. I mean, granted, Wesley's lesbians. It's sponsored by Subaru, but I own a Subaru, by the way. But
Hey, don't make fun of Subarus. Subarus are pretty reliable.
I love Subaru. I love my car, but I just would love to just sit and be like, make her tell me the truth. Ask her, like, all right, guys, like, all right, I'm gonna make this happen. You only get 5 questions. I would love to do that as a thought exercise on this show. Like, all right, you get to sit somebody down. You only get to ask them 5 questions. What are they? That would be fun. That would be a good time. Me, my character, I see them. See you later, loser. Yeah.
Carl said down here that the Hawk Tua chick has their own podcast.
Oh, what's up, Carl? What are you going on here?
That sounds horrible.
I want to. I'm going to check out. Hey, Carl, where can we find it, man? Tell everyone where we can find it. I will check it out.
What do you mean? Where can you find her? You Google this shit. She's
I
everywhere.
guess. Is she? All right. I don't know. I know she's Spotify.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I pay for.
Remember a few weeks ago when Maori Kid was fighting again in that karate combat thing? She was all over that in the stands for that. They kept having a camera on her.
Hey, she's a pretty girl, but like she's not like a fucking 10. But the thing is, I don't know who said it. I think it was Tim Dillon. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but like he's like, it's a girl that she's like a 10, but you think you have a chance. Like, okay, all right. When your shit posting gets out of hand, you find yourself in charge of the revolution. Hopefully not. I really don't want that job at all. If Morning Breath had a face,
oh my god,
she is the worst. It's unbelievable that it's not. Here's the thing about representative government, a republic is people get to fucking elect crazy people like that. She's a crazy person. She is legit. But here's the thing: yin and yang, man. The Chinese figured this shit out. Look at the yin and yang symbol. Black with a white symbol, white with a black symbol. The universe just fucking does what it does. And she's part of the black or part of the white circle, and the other one, it just is what it is. 10% of everything is shit. I mean, that's bad shit and great shit. That's why there's outliers, and that's where there's people who act and, honestly look like her. She is just so delusional. It's precious. Like, it's precious. And she has her counterpart. You know who her counterpart is? Marjorie Green Taylor. That's her fucking counterpart. That fucking right-wing fucking lunatic. I mean, she is just fucking... I watched her Twitter. It's fucking great. She's just so fucking out of her fucking mind. But so is this chick. So, it is what it is. The universe will always balance itself out until it rips itself apart, allegedly. Physicists and their fucking math. Totally forgot the singer for AC/DC was in Christmas Story. For those about to rock. Yeah, there we go. Now, this takes a minute. So up on the top left is 21,
the way
2017. Here's the degrees and temperature in Germany and in the UK. And then 2106-2022. Lower temperatures, but it looks so
lower
hot.
Temperatures. They got the red all over the map to make.
Yeah, Europe's on fire. You know what though? Fucking Telemundo at least has better looking chicks. Just say it. With less clothing. When the village elder lies to your face and all you have to Jade Adams village.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's fucking great. Oh, fuck that. That guy was just like, in 2 weeks, I'm going to fucking try and kill you. Fuck that. Afghanistan was, we were there fucking, what? Fucking 12 years longer. I mean, as soon as we killed Osama bin Laden, we should have been out. We should have been gonzy. Like, the fucking hour after we smoked that motherfucker, we should have just consolidated Bagram, pulled all our shit, all our equipment, and started moving shit out. Flying the shit out. Make Mac actually work for a living. And I know Mac guys are probably gonna fucking want to kill me now, but just get it all out of there and fucking call it a day. And nobody's hanging off our airplanes. We pull all our people out. We're good. Call it a day.
You don't just leave the base in the middle of the night without telling anybody.
Or fucking evacuate out of a fucking non-secure fucking airport. Yeah, like
right? Because you abandoned the air base in the middle.
Yeah, could you? Yeah, the one place that was secure in the country of Afghanistan for like the last 50 years was the Bagram Airport, built by the Soviets. Like it was the one place they fucking knew was secure, that we knew was secure. But no, let's not do that. Let's move out of the civilian airport. Good call, guys.
You want to hear something kind of amusing after that?
Yes,
so
I do.
You might remember back the company I work for, we made lights for that airbase for Bagram that got sent over there. And we had those stickers on the side, if for customer service. Somebody from the Taliban actually called our work asking for help.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I just found out about this a couple of weeks ago. I was like, somebody fucking seriously called. One of the engineers told me about it. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious, guy.
Jesus Christ, that's
They
fucking
thought we
horrible.
were actually gonna help them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're giving them like $40 to $80 million a week. So, I mean, they're probably expecting some customer service. If you don't know about that, look it up.
We're not the government. We're a private company. Fuck off. You stole our shit.
It's bullshit. We're still pumping money in there. We're out and we're still pumping money into their fucking administration. We still are. It's insane. And there's a lot of reasons. Two. One, we're trying to partner up with India, which, by the way, India's been up that ass for a while. There may have been some female there that did some really shitty shit that allegedly belonged to a telecommunications company. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, but we're paying the Taliban basically weekly to keep the Chinese out. That's what we're doing. So that's gonna stop allegedly, and then the Chinese are gonna move in, and I don't know, fucked up. Monaco swallowed my little brother. Oh, well, yeah. Oh, could you imagine marrying into that family? Woo! Like, I mean, I'm not saying she's ugly, but she comes with a baggage train that is longer than mathematically possible. Like, think about it. Like, how do you fall in love with
there's
the?
There's got to be There's got to be all kinds of weird.
That's
shit
Game of
going
Thrones
on.
shit right there.
That's like,
yeah.
Who are we sacrificing tonight? I don't know.
Right. Me, when my therapist tries to get me to admit I'm suicidal, you know the rules, and so do I. Yeah. Yeah. There's a rule. They have to ask every time you go into the VA now. Do you want to harm yourself? I mean, you're in triage. Like, you're basically getting your blood pressure taken. Do you want to harm yourself or anybody else? They have to ask it now by law. It's like, oh, my God. I'm in the emergency room because I'm in pain. The fuck are you talking about?
I really can't move around to harm somebody, let alone myself.
Right. Exactly. But hey, I have a rule. Like, doctors, nurses, I never, ever, I'm always sweet or maybe overly to nurses because nurses are where it's at. Like, if you're in the hospital, you're stuck there. Nurses are who are going to take care of you. It's not the doctor. That dude comes in or she comes in for like 30 seconds, looks at your chart, tells you what's going on, does something, and fucks off. And the nurse is the only one to take care of you. So always be nice to nurses. Do you know this guy? The whole world. Nah, I don't know. That's what
I was talking about.
See, yeah. That's great. Sex trade workers at Troll V. Oh, yep, that's it. That's over. We're done. We're done with the babies. Oh,
please tell me we're done because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we're good. We can do.
Yeah, we've been on the air for 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
I can't even say hours right now. I'm getting too tired.
All right, Blue, you got to get out first, so you get to do final thoughts first.
Make good choices. Go to your appointments. And good night. That's all I got.
Love you. All right, T, what you got?
Good night, guys.
No games to worry about tomorrow, so I actually should be available for sports church. So
nice.
I will see you again tomorrow. That'll be nice. Because I haven't been able to do that in 3-4 weeks now.
What time's good for you?
Feel like I don't really have anything going on all day except for my son's down in Chicago for some Rotary Club thing. So I think he's supposed to come back around 6:00.
Okay.
So
we'll
I guess anytime during the day. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
so
All
if
right.
we're doing if we're doing noon or whatever again, whatever time works for everybody else in the chat, we'll figure that out.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else you got? Any little clips? Any news things?
No, just everybody take care of themselves and reach out if you need somebody. Don't stay completely bottled up to yourself, even though I like to do that myself sometimes.
We all like to do that, brother. That's
Yeah.
the point. That's why we say it. Yeah, same thing, man. Never I've been saying it for years. Never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Reach out. Been there, been close, had a mouthful of AK-47, and an army medic sent me a meme that made me laugh. Put the gun down. Very poor trigger discipline on my part, and shot around through the bottom of my apartment, out into the garage, out the garage door. Didn't see my cats for 2 weeks, but I'm still here. So there's that. Everybody goes through shit, and I'm going through a lot of fucking madness right now. My back is fucking rubbish. My prostate is swollen the size of a fucking soccer ball. I'm on I'm starting to fucking get a fucking medication bag that is about big enough to start my own fucking hospital at this point. But
yeah, that's fun.
No, it's no fun at all, man. But I got my kids, I got my wife, I got my home. I still have my dad. Yep. I still got this. I got T. I got Blue. I got Pook. I got, a lot of things to have fun and enjoy my life and keep going. And that's honestly what keeps it going. So without further ado, God bless you. Please share the show however and wherever you can. And we're out.
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
Sorry.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.